What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Galaxy Greg, and welcome to episode 124 of the BMORE WRAPPED podcast. The only podcast that's giving it to you how you want it, how you need it, and preferably when you'd like it. I'm your host, Galaxy Greg, aka Mr. Space Awaits, aka the OG Galaxy, aka the Hentai Honcho. With me today is my co-host, Diva XOXO.
What it is, little dummies? It's your girl, Diva XOXO, aka the Sophista Ratchet, aka the HNIC, the head nerd in charge, aka the official, unofficial Disney princess.
I swear to God, you're saying that wrong. It would be the unofficial official.
We're gonna stop doing this?
Grammatically speaking, you would be the unofficial official.
I know that, but I said it the way I said it on purpose.
Incorrectly. Got
Let
it.
go.
HD No TV, my other co-host.
Yeah, man. For those that don't know, it's also HD TV on some platforms. Just wanted to say that out loud. But it's me here, your anime aficionado, alleged Mr. Worldwide.
Nah, not after this weekend. It ain't
Cosplay
alleged.
coming up. Cosplayer in the making. Let's go with that.
I don't like how he tried to get sexy and do my thing with the deep voice and just getting close to the mic. I don't appreciate that. That's my thing. Diva can't do it because her mic is trash. I ain't hear a word. I know she tried to do it.
On that. Why she blowing on that mic like that? That was crazy. He said.
That's what I heard. Yo was trying to beatbox. All right, that being said, this week's episode is wrapping up the year. It is currently, the date is December 10th, and literally the day after we did our last episode, we got our Spotify Wraps and our Apple Wrapped, and we're ready to talk about it. Our music for the year, we've been doing a lot of music reviews, we've been listening to a lot of things, and then on top of that, we also got our podcast wrap. How well did we do for Spotify with our podcast? We're sharing all that with you. So we're gonna jump right into it. And I have it on my phone, but it's all animated and shit. So we all gotta tap through it and shit. But yeah, for the most part, this is gonna be a fun one because I don't know how many people know this, but Spotify, as well as a ton of other companies, fired a lot of people this year, and they had AI handling the Spotify Wrapped. That's why some of you might have noticed that you got weird, this month or this year's vibe was, I don't know, mecha football anime head. It's like, what the fuck? So when you hear that, just know that AI is very bad at some things.
Yeah. I'm not taking that for 1 minute. You guys are using this AI thing as a convenient cover for all of your weird music tastes. Let's be honest, because I bet you half of them people talking about they fired people AI. They was mad because Drake was their #1 artist. Let's be real for a second. Okay, y'all didn't like the Aubrey was that #1 after you've been screaming.
Wait, but here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
And I say AI because some of the descriptions they gave me for my stuff it doesn't make sense. It's not a vibe. And I'm gonna read it to you so you can hear it and be like, what does that mean, Kobe Bryant? And I don't know. I'm just telling you now, I don't know. But it also didn't make sense for Joy because on hers, it had Drake as her #1 or #2 artist, something shit like that. But he wasn't in any of her top 50, most listened to songs. Not Like Us was her second most listened to song this year.
That's interesting.
Crazy, right?
Yeah. No, mine was mad accurate this year. So but I just expected February to be rainbow flag, and it's just gay.
Isn't that what June
It
for?
didn't do that. No, I went crazy. You'll see.
All right. Well, let's open her up and let's get into the nitty and the gritty. So, what's the first page? Because, like I said, it's all animated, so it takes a second to come up. Luckily, we took notes. Let's see. First things first. Minutes listened. How many minutes did everybody listen? Let's go in a triangle.
It's doing a little thing.
Since I already loaded mine, I had 30,457 minutes listened, right? And I've noticed that I listen to a lot more music than the average person. But then I saw one person that listened to 90,000 minutes. I'm like, you just have music on, period. There's no way you're listening during all that time. But then I also remembered, the earlier part of the year when I was going to the gym a lot, like that's 2 hours of music right there that I'm gonna listen to, because which is what 120 times 4 to 5 times a week, so that adds up really quickly. But Heed, how many minutes did you have, sir? I think you touched your mic. Your mic went out. It got low and then went out.
Sorry, I was playing with the dial. I was 36,902 minutes.
6,000 more than me. Hurt, pain.
Yes, I had the least amount of listeners. I only had 17,493 minutes.
Do you guys feel like that accurately represents how much music you listen to?
I'm gonna say
the fact that y'all both said is crazy.
No, yeah, because recently I've moved from like Spotify to like watching YouTube videos, whether it's like anime reviews or Am I the Assholes? So I don't listen to as much music as I used to. Like I used to listen to probably like 2 whole work days of music. Now I may listen to like one, like on Fridays. And Fridays I usually work a half a day anyway, so I'm not even getting a full work day.
Fair.
But it does say February. My biggest listening day was February 12th with 390 minutes of music. I don't know what I was doing on February 12th, but I was jamming.
Slow down, Buckaroo. We're gonna go page by page, buddy. Okay?
That's on the same page as
it is?
the page.
That's not on my same page. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, it says your biggest listening day was February 12th with 390 minutes of music. And
I think my biggest listening day like eclipses yours. You said 390 music. I'm in the top 11% of music listeners worldwide, by the way. You said how many minutes?
390.
Oh yeah, no, you beat me actually. So my most listened to day was August 19th. No clue what fucking happened that day, but 352 minutes.
It's like random ass days.
Yeah.
Mine, Apple Music doesn't give me a most days. It says my longest streak was 163 days. So
that's more than a third of the year.
Right.
I mean, I listen to music once a day. I feel like that's fair.
I don't do that. There's some times where I don't listen to music at all for like a couple of days. But like Diva said, lately when I work, I like to hear someone talk. It's like body doubling. So yes. I like to hear even if it's a robotic voice, I like to hear the Am I the Asshole stories. And I can type while I'm doing those. And it's just something that's entertaining. I also like the rage bait ones, and it'll be like the stories about like a cheating wife or some shit like that. Like shit like that entertains me very much so.
Yeah, I recently have been very stuck on Am I the Asshole? Put it in the freezer, put it in the freezer. It's my McFlurry. I've really been stuck on Am I the Assholes, but when it comes to like weddings.
Oh, I love those ones.
Like I wore white, or I didn't go to my sister's wedding because
I ruined this person's wedding. Oh, they be having legitimate reasons.
Am I the asshole for not inviting my mom to my wedding? And I'm just like,
I want to say yes off the title, but let's hear what happened.
Right, off the title, you always want to say yes, and then you hear what happened, you'd be like, no. It's so good. It's so good. But
y'all have problems.
And it actually has created new wedding fears for me, fears that I've never had for a wedding, but now I have. I had the biggest dread that someone's gonna wear white to my wedding. It is now my biggest fear.
I'm about to do that. It's my day too.
My day too is nuts.
I'm celebrating.
But only when I'm zeroing in at work, if I'm listening to music at work, it means I do not have a second to breathe. I'm not getting up to pee. I'm not eating unless somebody brings the food to me. I am working if my music is going. And so I usually don't start listening to music until the second half of the day, where people don't bother you as much. Because if I listen to music in the morning and a good song is on and somebody's so a question, I'd be pissed. It's a good way to piss me off.
Okay.
But if somebody's talking, I can pause the story. That's
all right. Let's go to the next page, which was, I believe, minutes listened. But my most streamed song last year, not ironically, but hilariously to me, was Bling Bang Bang Born, the opening to Mashal. I really like listening to that when I'm running or when I'm lifting weights. I listen to it.
How many songs? You didn't say how many songs.
I'm going from the back so I can just go tap it to go back and then see that. But
Gotcha.
yep. I listened to that from January 11th when I first started hearing it. I listened to it 87 times this year. But in terms of songs played, it's 2,418 for me.
So compared to y'all, I really suck compared to y'all. Go ahead, because Heath is embarrassing too. My number's just gonna be the lowest of the low.
To be fair, like this has been an odd year for me because I looked at my minutes from last year. Like last year, I'm at 36,000 this year, right? Last year I was at 19,000. The year before that, I was at 24. So this is the most
spiking it up, huh?
No, there was up, down, up.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no songs. I don't even know how this is mathematically possible, but I listened to a total of 4,724 songs.
Yeah, almost double mine.
Which is insane because you've somehow listened to more artists than me.
I think it's because the songs I listen to usually have multiple artists in the description. Like, you say every Friday you listen to new music, right? If someone drops an album or an EP, you're listening to their music, but you're listening to that one person. I'm listening to my musical taste, I would say, is more sporadic, where it's like I usually don't follow an artist. I listen to whatever songs go from a genre and just bounce off of that, and usually they're relatively short anyway. Example, I listen to a lot. I thought funk music was going to be somewhere in my top. It's not. I listen to a lot of funk music. It helps me lock in, if you will. So, but each one of those is a different artist, period, point blank, in roughly a minute 30 seconds long.
Yeah. Okay. Fair.
Heath, you listen to 8 times more songs than me.
That was about right.
Listen to 713 songs.
Damn. You just listen to the same stuff on repeat, huh?
Yeah.
I do. Like, my liked playlist, I play. So Spotify has the feature where it can like add in songs. Like it's the random, but it like adds in songs whenever. So I have it on
Enhanced
that feature.
shuffle.
Yeah, it's a shuffle, but it's like a shuffle and it'll throw in a song.
Enhanced shuffle is what's called.
Oh, okay. So I listen to that a lot, but I tend to skip it.
Wow.
Often.
You just want to hear what you want to hear then.
Yeah.
Right.
Pretty much.
And so like I just go to my but now I've made what I've done to make it a little bit more targeted because
Continue.
like I was just saying like I've made playlists, and so then when I put it on the advanced shuffle, at least the songs it suggests matches like the vibe I'm in. Like, so like if I'm listening to rap music, I want rap music suggested rather than like a R&B song, and vice versa. So I've been having to like massage my Spotify a little bit. But yeah. And then my most listened to song for the year was More Than Anything. It's from the Has Been Hotel soundtrack.
Lose Your Baby.
No, it was More Than Anything. The
Oh.
song's called More Than Anything. It's the daddy-daughter song, so it's the song that Charlie and Lucifer sing to each other because they've been like separated for some time, and like he's been wanting a connection with her, she's been wanting a connection with him, but like she basically like she didn't know, he didn't know, so they've been apart. And it's like their song where they come together, and he decides like, I'm gonna help you with your venture because I believe in you. And it is just such a beautiful song, especially because I'm a daddy's girl. It makes me want to cry every time, so I listen to it a lot.
Wasn't a fan of Has Been Hotel.
I know, too many
and I
songs.
don't like the fact that they're moving Hell of a Boss to more of Has Been Hotel's algorithm. I get that it's supposed to have a story with character development, but what once was a kind of goofy show about these imps and their business is starting to become, I don't want to say more, because more is not bad, but it's becoming what it wasn't. It's not bad, but like it's not what I signed up for.
I get it. I get that it's not what you signed up for, but I like some of the themes they're exploring, like with classism and
I like that.
Race and stuff
I like
like
that.
Songs, I get.
I'm getting
that you're
kind of
not
tired
covering
of the
from
will
her.
they won't they with
So, are we going to just switch to reviewing Has Been Hotel, or are we going to finish this music?
Okay, Mr.
Actually
Wanna Be
talking
on
about
schedule. You got a hot date tonight, something?
and I
Nah, it's
listened
just
to
y'all purely went like off topic. Like now you just discussion topic points and plot points. Like where are we? I'm lost.
He just don't watch
well
the show.
back.
That's why.
I'll rewind it back to More Than Anything. I listened to it 36 times this year.
Listen to Bling Bang Bang Boom more than 3 times that, dog.
What? 90 times is crazy.
87, but round up 90, yeah.
I'm just crazy. It's not a short song, so you
I
don't
want-
have an excuse.
Let's put a pin in the fact that he just said that because I have a stat that's kind of crazy, but it's not crazier than Greg's. I'm
Okay.
gonna.
I don't believe you.
Uh-huh.
Next section is top 5 songs.
All right.
Like I said, Bling Bang Bang Born, Creepy Nuts. If I'm telling you now, if the song for Don Don came out, that would be there.
So it's out.
I'm saying if it came out earlier this year, dog.
Okay. I got you.
Um,
I'm about to say it's out.
Kana Boom. I can't say the name of the song because it's in Japanese, but it's the one from what is it? It's a Naruto opening, I believe.
Do you know who wrote it? I'll tell you.
It's Kana Boom. Kanaboon. They also have it. It's on First Take. I don't know if you ever listen to First Take, but like they bring in the artists, and then they literally have them perform the song in one take. It's so dope.
Oh, you said First Take. I thought you were talking about the sports show. I'm like, you watched that?
That's what I was thinking. I was like, they got a Naruto intro on First Take, and he has never mentioned.
That'd be crazy. Song number 3 is Yeah Glow. Song number 4 is Gumdrop by Joey Vance and Bray. And then song 4, it's a Japanese title, but I believe it's like Here Comes Class A or something like that. And it's like a really action-packed song. No words. All vibes.
Can we talk about how Yeah Glow is your number 3?
Yeah, we
Maybe
can.
You are,
I
that
literally
bitch.
said that was my summertime song.
Yeah, you are a bad bitch.
I mean, he listened to Okuno 87 times. I mean, he gets fixated on a song. I see that now.
I have to juice out the dopamine of a song. Otherwise, I can't not listen to it.
That's fair. I'll like hum it and I'll be like, that's not the right words. I just need to hear it. It'll make me feel better.
All right.
What's
Somebody
your
else,
top,
please.
What's your top 5 songs, Heed?
So I'm not necessarily surprised by a lot of this. Well, actually, I'm surprised by number 5. So, number 1 is Lithonia, which is the Childish Gambino song. You know, Coil Ray had a heartbreak. He's finding out that nobody gives a fuck. You know that, yeah. Well, seeing him this year, I played his album a lot in his old catalogs. So he's making a surprise appearance this year because he's usually not in my top 10. Number 2 is gonna be Red Leather with Future and J. Cole. I love that
to that a lot
instrumental.
this year, actually.
I love that instrumental, and it's literally like 5 minutes straight of it. Because I promise you have no idea what Future's saying for 3 minutes, and then J. Cole comes in at the end, and I'm like, yeah. So number 3 is Everything I Lost, the Shinji's OST from Bleach. I was not playing. That is my theme song. I listen to that everywhere. And I listen to this. I played Lithonia 38 times, Red Leather 35. I played that OST just instrumental 30 times.
So here's my thing. That doesn't shock me, right? Because a lot of what I listen to, and I had to explain this to Joy, I was like, songs without words, songs that are beats, funk music, all that. One, I like fast-paced music. We know that. 2, when I listen to those songs, it puts my brain into thinking mode, right? Where I'm just either processing something or I'm thinking deep on something, and everything else kind of goes quiet. I like OSTs. Like the last song that was on mine, that was an OST. It's literally, I believe in like intro. What?
I have a question. And it could be just me, and that's okay if it is. Do y'all have like voices in your head that's like always talking?
Yes.
Like to each
That's
other,
like-
to you?
That's like one of the signs of ADHD. You're constantly thinking, and like when you're walking, you might be you won't be saying things, but something will be talking like, oh, what was I gonna do? Oh yeah, I was gonna do this, da, 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 da. And like you'll be doing this. That's a sign that you probably have ADHD.
And like when you
schizophrenic co-host, got it. Schizophrenic co-host, got it.
That's like a legitimate thing. It's like you'll have a conversation and you'll answer yourself back, or you'll like narrate what you're doing.
And this one of those answers include like, yeah, kill him. Let's just get rid of him and hide the body.
It's more like, ooh, kill him. Like, ooh, kill him. Ooh, kill him. Yeah. You feel? Yeah, it's more like that.
When you listen to like music or like especially like if I go to bed watching Rick and Morty, like they be real quiet. Like they be almost whispering so I can go to sleep. Because if not, they just talk to me all night.
So you got dyslexia, ADHD. What's next?
Find out on next time on Dragon Ball Benny.
All right. Diva.
My last two were by Big X the Plug and Not Like Us.
Okay. I suspected Kendrick would be in there.
I'm a little disappointed with my top 5 songs because even though he is my top artist, he is not in my top 5 songs, which is crazy. There will be no division.
Did you just
in my
jump
top
to
5
artists
songs this year. No, I'm just saying there will be no division in my top 5 songs this year.
Okay.
Which is interesting because I probably listen to a division song daily. But More Than Anything is my number 1. Okay, so the top 4 are all from the Has Been Hotel soundtrack, and that shows just how much of a chokehold that album had on me. That whole show had on me.
Not surprised at Disney Lover. Not surprised at all.
I'm not surprised at all.
Yeah.
Quickest way to Diva's heart is take her to a fucking musical.
I love musicals.
Remember the South Park episode?
What was the original title? It was like Blowjob Splooge Queen.
Yeah.
And he's like, let's just call it Woman in White. That's it.
And they ultimately, it's the Mormon stage show. Yeah.
And you know what's crazy? Like, it's true. Like, yeah, that's how I feel about like it's accurate. Anyway, the second song is the finale, which I also love. I like the duets between the Lucifer character and the Charlie character. Their voices together are just beautiful, and they sing a lot to each other, and that's in the finale. Loser Baby, which we all know was my jam. Chris couldn't get enough of it. Chris could kill me if I started singing Loser Baby right now. Chris might come out here and choke me. Stayed Gone, also great song.
I was waiting for you to make a face at that. I knew you were gonna.
What?
Heat.
And then my 5th song is God Is, but it's the one by Melvin Crispell, the third. He did like a rendition of the song God Is, and it's like really it's a more upbeat version that I really like. And whenever I go to my gospel playlist, I'll usually start with that song and then let it play whatever, but I always want to hear that song first.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know about y'all, but my next section was podcasts. I did listen to a lot of podcasts this year. I spent 3,153 minutes listening to podcasts this year. Which is a decent amount. The average podcast I was listening to was Shits and Gigs before the fall off. Like I kind of listened to them a little bit now, but like you can tell it affected them in a personal way, because like the first couple episodes afterwards, like their energy was low. They were talking, homie was talking about like I had a drink to come on, like and it's like, oh no, that's not fun. And it's like you can tell that the energy is just it took a hit. It did. They were affected by it, but I believe in redemption, so I'm gonna give them time to figure that shit out and redeem themselves, right? However, other than that, I listened to You Should Know podcast, who I got to see this year. Hopefully, we get to see Peyton and Cam at DreamCon this coming year, because it was really dope meeting Cam year one. And for some godforsaken reason, the video of that interviewed him started blowing up randomly this year.
Really?
Yeah, it has over like 2,000 views now.
That's how that works.
Random as fuck.
Yeah, that's how that works.
But that
That's
being
what Phil
said,
got.
yeah. But that being said, I hope we get to meet them. Their show was great. I love listening to them. Those two are hilarious. And then number 3 was us. So, ta-da.
Oh,
Right. Crazy. I want to listen to my own voice. Yeah.
Enjoy listening to our podcast, and I guess my favorite part about listening to the podcast is like hearing you or he say something and then I laugh like in real life, and then you hear me laughing on the podcast, and I'm like, I did think that was funny. That was hilarious. Or I laugh at myself and I'm like, I'm hilarious.
I can't wait until Christmas when I get you this new mic. It's gonna be so great.
And that's when.
And then I send Heat, and I'm like, Heat, I need this clip because this was funny.
She for sure has voices in her head that she laughs with on the regular, and it makes her feel more normal listening to herself talk and laughing. So it's like, don't judge me. I'm just listening to a podcast. Got it.
Okay, so the next section is where it gets weird again, right? And that's where it talks about musical days from December to February.
Slow
I'm just
down.
reading, bro.
Yeah, but we didn't go over our podcast.
Oh, I didn't know y'all listen to podcasts. Sorry.
That doesn't show up in Apple Music, so.
Okay. I listened to 10,585 minutes of podcasts this year.
So I listen to like 2 times as much music as you, but you listen to 3 times as much podcast.
Are those separate numbers in your totals?
Yes. It's separate numbers.
So you listen to more than half of what you listen to in music in podcasts.
Yes.
Got it.
Yes.
I like that.
Because I listen to us, and then, so my number 1 podcast is The Read. And The Read is to have 2 queer hosts, and they talk about like pop culture. They do listener letters, so people send letters into them and they like give advice, and then at the end, the last segment is they read somebody something that's happening in culture or whatever. And their podcasts are long like ours, so they're each episode, I think they try to keep it under 2 hours, but it's about 2 hours, so that's where a lot of my listening time comes in between us and The Read. And then I listen to the date.
He knocked it down.
There he is.
There it is.
But I listen to the Daily Show Ears Edition because since I don't have cable anymore, I can't watch it because I don't have Comedy Central, so I listen to it the following day. So that's 4 days out of the week. But their episodes are short, it's like 30 minutes. And then Us is my third most listened to podcast because I do listen to Us. I listen to every episode, haven't skipped one yet. But also because that's how I pull clips. So
I think I'm on every episode. I'll be damned if I listen to myself every time.
You don't like listening to us? I get excited.
It's like, more so that now, because of all the editing that goes into it, or editing that went into it, it turned me off from having to review it, edit it, then listen to it again. That would be me doing the podcast, editing the podcast, listening to the podcast. I already listened to it once over. Hearing it a third time is like, fuck.
And I hear it at like 6 times speed, so.
Listening to anything that fast is criminal. So here's a fun thing that I don't think Apple Music does. It gives you your listening mood or whatever the fuck. So from December to February, this makes sense.
Nasty, bougie, or ratchet. It was one of those 3.
This makes sense, right? From February's music phase was manga, shonen, J-rock. Got it. That makes sense. Diva, what was yours?
Full Loot Theater.
What?
That's what it says. Lyrical Loot Theater.
That makes sense.
But that's because I was listening to mostly because Has Been Hotel came out February 12th is when I started listening to it. So.
I think it just gets progressively worse because March was academic rock out anime session. Okay, a little less comprehensive. I see what you're going for. But now we're getting into some weird words. Diva, what was yours?
Right. It goes to May, and it's romantic strut pop.
Once again, see what you're going for. But we're losing focus here. My July was as if someone took a shotgun, sawed off the front of the barrel, put bird shot in that bitch, and then fired. Because that shit was all over the place.
Okay, let's hear it.
July was bougie football rap. What the fuck is football rap? And why is it classified as bougie?
Because you're a bad bitch.
Apparently, but like, am I a bad bitch that goes to football games?
Yes, like
That doesn't even make sense.
When you hear, listen, close your eyes and listen. When you hear bougie,
I'm about to ruin your entire thing as soon as you say it.
Don't you hear Glorilla's voice?
No, because when I hear bougie football rap, for some reason Taylor Swift with a black man comes up. Travis Kelce, that's who comes up.
No.
Travis Kelce.
Pre Taylor Swift. He was trying to be black. Then he started doing the mustache thing. And I'm like, ooh, you're definitely a white man.
The porn stash lost me there.
That makes me so uncomfortable when I see white dudes with that mustache. It's like, you guys are the creators of so many interesting mustaches, and you choose to have the how are you gonna pay for this pizza ass mustache?
We love it.
So the next month that they gave me was October, and it's mood music escape room R&B.
What the fuck does that mean? Mood music, R&B. Stop there. Got it. What the fuck is escape room music? Nigga, were you panicked? Were you in distress?
Yeah, man. You set the mood and then you realize you don't like this mood.
I'm not gonna lie. Niggas had the Courage the Cowardly Dog soundtrack on repeat, apparently. Din 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 din. That music gives me anxiety when I hear it. It makes me think I gotta get moving.
Yeah, I think it was I think instead of escape room, it's supposed to be like bedroom music. My eyebrows are looking great today. Shout out to Chris. They did my eyebrows the other day. Y'all see that? Anyway. So I think it was supposed to be like bedroom music, which because like I said, I finally figured out the algorithm, like making playlists. I've been listening to what I call my love playlist, and it's just a bunch of love songs.
The algorithm hasn't figured you out, because if you listen to this love songs and it says you're trying to escape the bedroom, Spotify thinks you're in danger.
Yeah.
This is a cry for help, and they heard.
100%.
All right. So next section is artists. Yeah. So for me, I had 1,604 artists listened to. But like we said earlier, it's because the songs I listen to usually have multiple artists on them. Example, one song I listened to earlier this year, the Detroit Freestyle or Cypher or something like that. And it was on like Royce da 5'9's album, one of his older albums. That has like 7 artists on it, who are all from Detroit.
Oh, you should listen to One Train.
I'll give it a listen.
It's an old ASAP Cypher.
Okay. But that's my point. Like, I listen to stuff like that. Heat.
My number, I wrote it down because I knew I was going to somehow get distracted. 1,387.
Who has ADHD now?
I was trying to find the song for you guys, but okay. I had 1,387 total artists listening to, and my top 5 go Gambino, Future, Boom, Metro, Kendrick, Kanye.
I didn't give my top 5, but that's crazy that Kendrick's on mine higher than yours. My top 5 were Charlie Curtis Beard, Logic, Kendrick Lamar, J.I.D.K., and Glorilla.
Don't skip Logic.
I didn't. I said it, and I'm mad, and I know exactly why. It's because when I did his album review, think about it like this. He had a 7-minute song on his album as the first song. to me, it was arguably one of the better songs. I really liked the beats that he used more than the words that he was saying, for that song. And I listened to it a lot when it came out. Haven't heard it in a while. But if you listen to a 7-minute song 20 times, 5 because I doing the album review, the other 15 because I like it, that's a lot of minutes. I'm not even doing the math on that. That's a lot of minutes. As opposed to other people who have like a minute 30. So I was like, fuck. I knew that was going to fuck it up. But whatever. Charlie Curtis Beer still made it to the top, and that's what matters.
But I listened to 600 minutes more music than you. So I just had more minutes spread across than in Kendrick. Yeah.
Diva.
The fuck this artist is?
Diva.
No, because I have an artist in my top 5.
I don't. Just tell us who it is.
I got it. Okay. So I listened to 480 artists this year. My number 1 artist was still Division. I listened to 711 minutes of his music alone, which, yeah, accurate. And then Erica Henningsen, she's from Hasbin Hotel. Andrew Underberg, also from Hasbin Hotel. Sam Heft, also from Hasbin Hotel. And then Xavier Omar. I mentioned him in my R&B artists list that we did with Timothy Isaiah. I do love him, so I'm not surprised that he's in my top 5.
That being said, I think that's everything for Spotify.
Yeah, they just have like clips.
Yeah, Apple Music gets more in depth. Like they break it down by top album by month.
Damn.
Top song by month. But since you guys is short, and top playlist, top stations, and it even has like achievement milestone markers that you could share. And then it does a comparison to last year, like your top song this year versus last year, top album, top artist, all that. The thing that I wanted to share that was not, I feel better about since Greg listened to that one song damn near 90 times. One, in November, my top album played was GNX. Yes, GNX came out with 9 days left in the month, but Greg listened to that one song 90 times.
In the year.
And then when it comes to as much music as I listen to, my top albums, number 2 is GNX at 600. But Greg listened to that one song 90 times.
I'm not gonna lie, this is not helping your case, because like 90 times over the course of a year, you had from, what was it, November 9 days left in November? So that means November 22nd. From November 22nd until December the last week, so December the 3rd. The 22nd from the 3rd is what? 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th, 30th. 1, 2, 3. 11 days?
Not helping you with your finger math.
11 days and you shot it to the number 2 is nuts when you listen to more music than me.
It was a good album. So screw you guys, okay?
Gluck, 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 gluck. Is my response.
I'm not mad at you because, look, my favorite album is the soundtrack to a show, so we're gonna let it go.
The last thing I'm gonna say, because Diva kind of made me feel better. Shout out to Savage, man. His album made my top 15.
Savage Zaddy?
No, Savage, as in the rapper from PG. You guys should check out his music. Better Late Than Never is his album finally dropped after many years of anticipation.
I'm not gonna lie, I like PG rappers a lot. They got a unique thug perspective. They remind me of niggas from Woodlawn.
I get it. Anyone from Woodlawn and like anybody from Baltimore is gonna get it. They're gonna be like,
except PG niggas got more money, but Woodlawn niggas act exactly the same. Exactly the same.
Yeah, they just broke. It might as well be from the hood because they ain't got no money. If you have Spotify and you go to your top 2024 songs, you can see like with your like the rest how everything else falls. So like "Feelings for You" by Xavier Omar comes in number 6 for me, and that's my song for Chris because basically he talking about like, why you got me in the friend zone? Nobody's gonna love you like me, and I'm like, me, I did that. I got out of the friend zone.
You want to
Listen
know
to
something
this.
really funny about my next song down?
What?
I'm so glad it didn't make it because otherwise
Logic?
I'd never beat the bad bitch allegations.
Megan.
Nah. It's Ick by Lay Banks.
You
Okay.
never. It sounds like you didn't have your top 5, and it just did. Because if it was showed up and we could screenshot it, I'd have had it.
Oh,
It'd have been in my
man.
phone forever.
But right under that is my favorite funk song. So I was like, ah, man, just a little bit more funk and it would have made it.
Play that funky music.
No. Play that funky music. Yeah, PHONK. It's that shit that you be seeing on TikTok a lot of the time. It helps me lock in and focus. Also, it's really easy to think about 21 Blackjack stuff or fight sequences with it. Anytime I come up with a power and just call you guys, I'm probably listening to a funk song.
Well, I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna answer the phone and be like, turn it off. I'm at work.
I'm gonna turn it up.
Are you ready to get into the podcast's wrap?
I think you sent that to us via text. You should have sent it via email.
I'm sorry.
You're an email.
I am an email.
Right.
I'm an email that sat in the box for 9 months before it got delivered.
We went to a whole.
Except
new
I
level
wasn't
this
delivered.
year. You were not.
I was hatched, motherfucker.
He was. If you,
Is that a
you
C?
could be, you could.
Yes, that's
oh,
a C-section.
it is, Greg. If you were gay,
Huh?
you could be a platinum star gay.
I don't think I'd be a platinum star gay. We have too much of the horny gene in our family for me to never touch a vagina.
Oh,
At
you
the
didn't touch
bare
it?
minimum, I was gonna touch a vagina. Let's be real here.
Platinum star, as in like a JoJo's reference.
So there's a
No.
gold star gay and a platinum star gay. I'm gonna let her explain what it is. I'm just saying those are the two categories. I will let our resident gay explain what they are.
Platinum star gay is someone who's never touched a vagina ever in their life. That means they weren't even born from a vagina. They were cesarean and they've never touched a vagina like, a girl. And then a gold star gay is someone who's just never touched a vagina. But they were all, born through a vagina. And then you have gold star lesbians who have never touched a pee-pee. Then you have your other ones who have.
Technically, didn't they all touch a pee-pee since they came out of a nutsack? They touched a dick and balls. When you think about it.
That's not how that works.
That's exactly how it works. Sorry, lesbians, you can't be a part of the platinum club.
Only half of them did.
No, because you still gotta, even if you're in a cup.
No, I meant like 50% of you is the sperm versus the egg.
Only half. Which half? The right or the left? The top or the bottom?
Different on each lesbian.
That's insane.
I'm only half lesbian. The top of me still sucks dick.
Whoa.
What do you mean by that?
You was waiting for this, huh?
I was.
Do the other part anymore. The bottom half. That's still straight.
It'd be crazier if she said, yeah, the bottom half is straight. It's the top half you need to worry about. Oh, man.
Okay, so we gained this year as a podcast, we gained 22% more listeners than last year. So thank you all you new listeners. Welcome. We love you. Woo! Teeth, clap.
I was told to clap, so I am currently clapping behind the camera. You can't see it, but it was
Clap
clapping.
your ass. No, I'm kidding.
That's what I was doing.
Yeah, I just opened it on my computer so I can look at it too.
We have 64% more streams, and so that means Yeah.
Okay, we don't need to clap for everything, please.
Yes,
we're gonna do this like a school assembly. Please save all your applause for the fucking end, or else we'll be here all day.
Where you got to go? Where you got to be?
I want to play
And we
more
got
Marvel
4%.
Rivals. I'm really enjoying the game. Okay.
4% more followers, so that's people who actually followed after listening. So yeah, welcome.
Every percent matters to me.
Yes.
3% matters.
So give it up for our new fans. That's literally what it said. All right, 54% of our listeners discover. Oh wow, 54% of our listeners are new. So yeah, half of our listeners are new people, and we welcome you.
And we 50%. We love it.
And everybody's favorite episode right now is episode 109, Be More Dreams. I don't know what the fuck we were talking about the episode. Does anybody want to look that up?
How about your grandma? Look it up. No, I got you.
Thanks.
I thought you were the one that listened to everything.
Yeah. Whoa! You're on fraud watch now, buddy.
Said that.
I'm supposed to remember every episode I listen to is crazy.
You're on fraud watch now, buddy.
That's why I write notes.
Oh, that was DreamCon when we talked about DreamCon. That makes sense.
Okay, that makes sense. And it has 173% more listens than our average episode. So it's the one y'all like the most. Have we ever wondered who our audience is?
Wait. Before you get into it,
Uh-huh.
seeing this made me happy as fuck. And here's why.
Okay.
It's nice to know that the listeners are people that resonate within the age range. I'm like, oh, I thought I was unrelatable and weird. No, apparently it's right where I want it to be personally. I could do with a little bit of the younger. I could do with the other two categories, but I'm cool with what we got. I'm not gonna lie. If we stick to this age range, I'm happy.
I agree. I feel like this is kind of our sweet spot. But 18 to 24, 4%, 25 to 29, 36%, 30 to 34, 38%, 35 to 44, 18%, and then 45 to 54, 4%.
To all my people with knee problems, back problems, and joint problems, when your joints lock up and it gets cold, I appreciate you for listening to this pod. Your mic can't pick that shit up, but we appreciate you trying.
Did you just say Diva is 4% of our listeners?
No, Diva is 38% of our listeners.
38% of our listeners.
Got it.
Yeah.
Lesbians with bad knees.
Ooh. That sounds like a foundation.
Shout out to all my gay niggas.
Oh my god, that sounds like a foundation. We gotta make that happen.
Let's make it happen.
Our listeners, 35 to 44, welcome. It grew by 300%. So, y'all are here. We hear y'all.
Does that mean we only had like, if it's 18% right, does that mean we only had 6 niggas before?
Something like that.
Hey, shout out to my 18 people. You feel me? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
United States was our most popular country.
I expected nothing less.
I expect better.
Okay. And here is our fans' taste. Now, we all need to sit down and have a come to Jesus.
Lord, I had a joke about this.
Fans.
Wait. Let's start from the bottom. Let's work our way up. Right?
Okay.
Let's work our way up. Let's talk about it.
So
Right.
The number 5 podcast you guys listen to is The Read, which means y'all are all here for me with the gays.
So I forgot that this was on here when I made the lesbian with bad knees joke. I might be right. I might just be right.
Yes. So The Read is on the
Shout out to all my gay niggas.
Shout out to all them gays.
This was interesting. The Patrice O'Neal archive.
That gave me hope because I love Patrice O'Neal. I love Patrice
Yes.
O'Neal as a comedian. I love his. I don't know if you guys have heard it, but if you haven't, look it up. Patrice O'Neal talks about why rating on a 10 scale is bad, right? And he said we need to grade on a 30 scale, right? And he's like, and the reason for that is it's very hard to give someone a compliment or tell them their looks because it's different levels to pretty, just like I was different levels to ugly. He said, you grade 1 to 30 because 1 through 10 is like they're like that's ugly. You got ugly, and ugly beautiful. Like you could not be a 10 but still be a 10. You know, like the girl that's like, oh, you are very beautiful for an ugly chick. And then you got your medium range, which would be 20 to 29 slash 30, 20 to 10 to 20. My bad, 10 to 20, where it's like medium beautiful, you medium ugly, or you like just medium gorgeous. And then the last 10 is for your stars. Your people like your Halle Berry, your Beyonce, your Chloe Bailey. And it's like they are fucking the gorgeous of the gorgeous. Because when you say, oh, she a 10, right? You could mean she a 10, but she not a 10 like Chloe Bailey. You feel me? He's like, it is a difference. It's a
people don't
difference.
use the scale right. That's all it is. People just don't use the scale right. Making it larger doesn't help. Now you just make people more offended.
I don't know why they would be more offended. If a girl came up to me, not now, of course. You know what I'm gonna say? Ask the single nigga over there. But girl comes up to me and goes, "Hey, what would you rate me?" A little podcast, you know, street walking people. Mic in your face. What would you rate me on a scale of 1 to 10? I'm like, I'd do you better. I'd do you on a scale of 1 to 30. You looking like about a 24. You are much more beautiful. You are not ugly by any means, but you down there on the medium scale. All right, not gonna lie.
You told them they wasn't top 5.
Huh?
You ugly beautiful.
You just told them they wasn't top 5.
Hey, they are gorgeous ugly. How about that? You ever think of that?
Ugly.
You are gorgeous ugly.
You may be pretty, but you the ugliest pretty bitch.
You the prettiest ugly bitch. Let's make it a good sandwich. You feel me?
That's how you made your man's a pretty lonely nigga.
Absolutely.
Then we have the Black Guy Who Tips podcast. I've never heard of this.
I have.
But now
they come up on TikTok. Those two come up on TikTok. I haven't seen them in a while, so I don't know if they're still making episodes, but they come up on TikTok. They're a decent podcast. They're pretty mellow, pretty chill. A lot like us.
Okay, I'm gonna listen because I'm gonna see what y'all listening to, see what y'all like, because apparently y'all like it. The Illuminati Gaming. Gaming Illuminati.
I'm not gonna let you disrespect them like that. I got it. The Gaming Illuminati. Because this is definitely something I want to put out there. I love these guys. I followed these guys for a long time.
Don't laugh. She's dyslexic.
Can y'all let me talk? Damn shit.
She's dyslexic. I'm trying to defend.
I don't know why I'm letting her read when I got it right in front of me. But the Gaming Illuminati
I was killing it until this point. You gotta let me cook. I was killing it.
You read slow as hell. No. It's okay. You can read at a higher level, just slowly. But that being said, the Gaming Illuminati podcast, I want to shout out those guys. I went on their podcast about 2 years ago. I think it was episode 112. If you ever want to hear me talk about it on there, that was like early seasons at Apex when they were still bringing a lot of people onto their podcast. I fuck with all of them. I've gotten to interview Ace. I want to interview a lot of the other people on the crew. Still reaching out. Hopefully they answer me. But I love their podcast. It's great for anyone who's a gamer, anyone who wants to know anything that's upcoming in tech, in the podcasting, streaming, all that, some things with music, all very different takes and perspectives. I fuck with all those guys. Period, point blank. I love them. So to know that like our listeners match up with that, it makes me feel bad that I haven't been doing gaming news in a little bit, but at the same time, it also makes me feel good that like I believe them to be a reputable podcast with a stand-up crew and like something that's good to listen to comparatively to the first one. So it's like hearing that our listeners empathize with that, it makes me feel really good about what we do here.
Now, we need to talk to y'all niggas. All y'all.
I think we need to have a talk amongst ourselves. Because this
now,
as much as it is a reflection of our listeners, it is also a reflection of ourselves.
That was deep.
With this number one shows that we are like.
that y'all also like, the Joe Budden podcast. Now, there was a time where we listened to the Joe Budden podcast. That time is no longer, y'all need to cut it out. No, I'm just kidding. Listen to what y'all want to listen to.
So,
but
I'm gonna speak my 2 cents. I'm gonna speak my 2 cents, right? So I did listen to them a lot, right? And I gave Joe a chance because I didn't know about all the terrible things Joe Budden has done, period point blank, when I started listening to his podcast. I saw clips of the podcast and thought it was funny. I like Rory and Marl a lot. Their synergy with Joe was interesting because there were people who challenged his opinion. They made Joe elaborate, explain himself, and when, you know, he wasn't doing it right, they call him out as bullshit and have their points. And it was a sharing, a good dialogue going, right? I didn't know about all the stuff with Joe Budden, so I was like listening to him, just like, you listen to him, like, I don't know all this stuff. And I was like, I'm giving him a chance, right? Maybe he's a changed man, right? He's not.
Seemed pretty changed for a little bit.
For a little bit, he definitely seemed pretty changed, but then, most like he says on his show, he's destined to revert back to his old ways, says his therapist, and et cetera, et cetera. But, hey, when the changes happened, I left listening to it because I think what he did was pretty grimy to a certain degree, as well as I don't like the new co-hosts. They all feel like yes men to me, personally.
They are all yes men, and they just don't have, because there is no, it was a lot like, actually it's the complaint that we had with ourselves before we brought Heat on. It was a lot of like-minded thinking on everything, so
Right.
there is no, I don't say, there's no diversity in thinking in the room. And Heat, you bring that. You bring the diversity. We thank you.
I didn't think I did, but I'm gonna take the credit for it anyway.
You're the black person at our PWI, brother.
They
Thanks
just
for
called
being
me.
our minority hire.
I'm a great token. for learning.
It's Tolkien.
Yeah, people at work know I'm a great Tolkien.
No, but in all seriousness, like, yeah, I agree with Diva. It's not
Yeah,
a bad thing, right? That's the bad in it, right? And I'm not gonna diss his podcast or whatever he does. I've told you guys at the start of this year, I'm gonna do my best not to diss people here, because that don't feel, unless they're actual scumbags. But like, I don't feel right doing that, right? Because he does do good. He does help out the black community. Shout out to that, right?
I mean, he's how I found Division.
Fair
He's
enough.
who introduced me to Division.
He does
and
talk
now
about Division a lot, but
He does.
But that being said, I think let's go to the good side of this, right? They are a very well-known podcast. They are one of the top paid podcasts that's listened to, get ads, all that shit, right? That makes me feel good in terms of, hey, we have the potential to be something similar, if not better, right?
Better. Say it.
Oh, no, I believe better. I'm just being humble. That's the thing.
Nah.
I'm not going to be humble when I'm there. I'm going to be humble till I get there, you know? No one likes a dickhead, right? Exhibit A.
Please.
But my point is...
I would say a lot of people like dickheads.
Yeah, I think a lot of
Shut your ass
people enjoy.
Phallic heads. Phallic cranium. That's a scientific way to say it. That being said, it gives me a lot of hope for where we're going and what we're doing, in terms of potential, right? But also, it gives me that icky feeling. It's like, fuck. Okay.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
nonetheless, that's all I'd say. Heath, anything you want to say?
Yeah, about our listeners' podcast choices.
I mean, don't be weirdos, guys, and I don't think you're weirdos. So keep doing what you're doing.
Being more nerds, to sum it up.
I think you can be a weirdo and listen to us because no offense, we would talk about you. Like, we talk about it. Like, we tell y'all to
You
not
say
do
that,
that.
but we're pretty fucking weird.
I'm not weird.
Your number one song was. I'm not finishing
So
this
our
thought.
listeners also
No,
like to listen
the
to in
number
terms
one
of
song was-
music. They listen to a lot from the bottom up. Our listeners listen to rap music, number 3, J-Rock, so shout out to the anime nerds, and then theater music. I think that's because I think that this narrative of lesbians with bad knees is getting pushed real hard here. Not gonna lie to you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But you know
Yeah.
what? I love to go to a show, like a live show. We pull up. He'd wearing some overalls, because I know that's the type of shit he'd do. Diva wearing something that's short, because that's something she'd do.
Wear clothes like pants.
Short pants.
Pulling up to whose show?
Our show. And then I'm on stage with y'all. Dressed like a gentleman, of course. And then I look out into the crowd and I see a bunch of lesbians with bad knees. I'm gonna tell everybody to hit a squat, and if I hear one pop, I'm gonna make a joke all night about it.
If you ever heard of this superhero called Batman, Greg would be dressed like this villain called the Penguin.
You know, so that's the end of the show, everybody. The Be More Nerdy podcast is shutting down forever. There will be no more episodes from this day forward because these niggas think this is a fucking game.
Welcome to our live show. Just like the fucking Penguin, I'm canceling it. I'm canceling that night. We're giving people back their money because you're not about to embarrass me.
Diva, back up from your mic. You can't do what we do.
The aura though, the Greg aura would go crazy, y'all. Like he would really be killing that bitch. But it's just
no, don't try to do that. I'm coming dressed as Wolverine, short, stocky, and angry. Fuck you mean? Snarling and growling at everybody. Yep, I'm gonna gel my locks up straight like this and just walking.
I think we are weird. Okay.
Audiobook genres from the bottom up. Business and careers was an interesting thing I did not expect to see on there. Biography and memoirs. Once again, did not expect to see that. Sci-fi and fantasy was obvious. But I didn't expect those bottom two. That made me feel good about when I do research on things.
You got to remember our age group, and we're of the generation that's just trying to get money. So that did not surprise me. We trying to learn, we trying to hustle. Everybody in their gear. So I that didn't surprise me.
You do know we're not the same generation, right?
You were not.
I'm not even trying to be funny. Like that's just an actual fact.
The two generations that we have are our generations, buddy.
Nah.
25 through 29 and 30 through 34.
We not the same generation?
No.
Chat,
You're a generation before us by like 2 years. We're millennials.
She's cooked, chat.
You're Gen X.
She's cooked, chat. L's in the chat.
L's in the fucking chat. Pay respects.
She's dog water.
So they didn't just listen this year. 81% of our listeners started watching the videos, which means that y'all fucking with the vids, and that goes a long way.
First of all, pause. I'm not Gen X. I'm Gen Y.
I know that. Millennials are Gen Y.
Right. And y'all are Gen Z.
We're Gen Z. That's what it is.
Y'all are Gen Z?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, he's Gen Z. I'm Gen Alpha.
How are you Gen Alpha?
Because I'm amazing.
You're autistic is what it is.
Autistic?
No, autistic. Autistic and fantastic.
Come on now. You know, yeah. It made it a new word.
Let's keep going.
We don't insult people. We compliment them harshly.
Fair. You guys watched our videos, which I'm really grateful for because Greg does a lot of editing and we appreciate all of the work. Now, what kind of creator are we?
We are lengthy. We got the length and we're consistent. That's what people want these days. Length and consistency.
We're the conversationalists. That's what they call us.
And when I say length and consistent, I meant episode length and consistency with posting, which we've gotten a lot better with since about the midpoint of the year when we caught up. From there, we've been on it, like, with everything. So, shout out to us for getting our shit together.
Bow jow.
Now, y'all only gave us 4 stars. Who pulling our stars down? Who don't like us? What we do to you?
Hey, feel me? That's why you ain't never gonna have no paper, ain't never gonna have no bitches.
Fair enough. So yeah, we got 4 stars because I know that someone rated us low when they came from the Gaming Illuminati podcast a while back, and they're like, I love the podcast, just tone down the sex a lot. And I'm like, a little bit, and like,
no.
If you and it what's crazy is at that point it was like all 5 stars, so like they gave us like a 3 or a 2. So like to me it's like I'm not gonna tell you not to express your opinion. But if it's lower than 4 stars, I'm gonna need you to keep it to yourself until we get to a better place. that we can take these hits. Because what are you doing? Why are you bringing the black man down?
He said, put your thoughts on layaway and we'll deal with it at a later date.
Exactly. I promise you, by the time you're ready to submit these thoughts, it's going to say some shit like, look, back in 2020, I wanted to give them 2 stars. They talked about this a lot. But now I got to give it 5 because they've improved. And I'm going to tell you now, people appreciate that more than you saying 2 stars and never coming back. Let us redeem ourselves.
Yeah.
But if you haven't voted and submitted a rating on Apple Pod, Spotify, wherever you listen, please do so. But if it's lower than 4 stars, hold it on layaway just for a little bit.
Just for a little bit.
Please.
I think that's everything.
Yeah, that's everything. Great year, guys. I'm super proud of you.
Yeah, man, y'all killed it.
You work here.
I didn't say I didn't. I'm just giving props to the people who did the hard work.
I also got my Twitch Wrapped. I watched 2.
How many Hot Tub streams did you watch? Let's start with that.
All of them. I saw all the nip slips. All the bans. No, fun fact, there was actually someone who actually got clapped on stream and got banned earlier this year. We talked about it.
We did.
Yeah, I remember.
There's nip slips that happen?
I don't know.
That's
probably.
why you watch
I don't watch hot tub streams. I think that's what people are hoping for. The gooners just want to goon, okay?
They said if I shake my laptop enough,
If
it'll pop out.
I donate $50K right now, she might just really quick.
So my question about the nip slips, are they accidental or are they purpose accidental?
I don't know. I don't watch hot tub streams, but I would assume that things like that are accidental because you risk getting banned and losing all of your money. You could just do other things. Like, there was a time when the terms of service changed, people wore, they would be naked and they just boob taped on censor bars and one chick's fell. That was funny. But they were just streaming naked, because it was a term of service that allowed nudity. And they quickly repealed that shit. We talked about it. That shit was funny. Because it was
What's wrong with nipples?
Stop this. Did you ever think that maybe because Twitch is a app that is geared towards the youth, that maybe sexual content should not be there?
Well, sexual.
They are.
No.
Yeah, they are.
Just the straws of the body.
You're only saying that because of a video I sent you that said nipples are straws, but also, no. Let's be real here. Let's be adult. They are something that is seen sexual by a majority of society.
Whose fault is that?
By a majority, of society. No, you cannot. You're not supposed to. Period.
No, I meant you.
No, you're not supposed to. Period.
I don't care.
Guys are supposed to stay covered too. They're more lenient with guys, but
no, put your nipples away.
I agree. Put them away. I'm on your side. But what I'm saying is,
as long as it's fair, I don't care. No, forget my argument. It's fair. Good.
I'm not saying it's fair because I'm not gonna lie to you. There are some dudes I think Kai's been on stream changed his shirt, right? And just changed his shirt, or he's showered on stream before and he kept boxers on. But I agree. Keep it fair. Keep them off. Period. Point blank. If we want to make the, I'm gonna report them. If we want to make the argument to do so, let's do it all around. Period. Point blank. But people see female nip. That's a whole different conversation. We're not doing that today. Just to give a quick wrap of my Twitch, I watched 2.89K hours. 305 days, so damn, I only didn't go on Twitch 60 days out of the year. 2.05K chat sent. Top channels, the Black Hokage, one of the people in Game Illuminati. 6 seconds, he's a rapper, but he goes by the God on Twitch. Tony Stadavoci, Quade, a dude I met a while ago who's a really good streamer and is up and coming. Really good at games, period, point blank. And Lil Chaos.
Little KK.
Little KK is cray. But yeah, I like just supporting streamers. So the fact that 305 days out of 60, a lot of the time what I'll do is I'll turn on my laptop or my PC, and even if I'm just playing a game or doing something, I'll just have the streams running because you can mute it and they'll still get a view.
Do you have yours, Heed? Where's your Twitch stuff?
That nigga don't use Twitch like that.
Yeah, I don't open that one.
You know what he used Twitch for? To support me, because he's a real bro.
That's real. Oh, remember when we used to talk in his chats, Heed? It used to be so much fun.
Yeah, those were good days.
Yeah.
And he just
That's
spammed John Cena because he had so many channel points that he could just do whatever the fuck he felt like.
I still do. I abused the John Cena little spam thing so much that he upped the price. I was like, that don't mean shit to me, nigga. That don't mean shit to me. He doubled the price. I'm like, we still in this bitch.
I be doing shit and ran into John Cena. Da, 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 da. I'm like, fuck. God damn it.
Always best when you can scare them and do it. Like when you do it and it scares them, that's the best. Yeah.
Those be the times I be out and I be like, oh yeah, Greg is streaming. Opens app. It's John Cena. Closes app.
Closes app after that is crazy. Could just still leave the app open, you know? Give me the view. Fuck it, you just want to fuck with me.
I need my phone.
No, I stay in it until I see his reaction. Or I'll like, especially when I'm watching anime and he's streaming, I'll just put it on my phone and then turn it all the way out.
That's basically what I do for everyone, except I do it on my computer. I just mute it and let them do their thing. Specifically because, like, I know how hard it is, and lurking goes a long way. If you got 100 people and you have ads running who are subbed, you're getting bread, period, point blank. It is what it is, but that's not always the case. So I try to do what I would like people to do for me. So I definitely do it to others a lot, and I'm like, hey, if people want to do the same thing and have the same vibes, cool. If not, at least I'm supporting the people I want to win. You feel me?
Yeah, fair.
Do we have news this week? I have some news.
We do have news.
I have news.
The news that everybody's been talking about in the craziest case to come up in a while, that all happened in the span of a week. The CEO of, what is it, United Healthcare?
Yeah, United Healthcare.
United Healthcare was shot outside of a stockholders meeting in New York. Literally, I think last week. Last week. Shot, killed, bullet shells casings had depose, something else. Denied, defend, depose. There we go. Denied, defend, depose, which is traditionally what healthcare systems do to... First, they deny your claim, then they defend it in court because they have enough money to ride out the court case, or have better lawyers to beat you, and then they depose it. They don't pay you. What's crazy about this is, and one of the reasons being is, yes, the loss of human life is sad, but under this CEO's regime, since he came in 2021, doing a lot of research on this so far, they went from, actually, I think it was 2014 till now, they went from 19% rejection of claims, right? That's about average for the healthcare system. They've all upped in the past couple years, but 19%. This year in 2024, 32%. They are rejecting 1/3 of the health insurance claim that come to them. This dude was upset. Yeah, it is crazy.
Should be.
This dude was upset, and this is not something that is like uncommon. If you look at a graph, they have the most denied, right? At 32. But like there's other places like 22, 24, 20, right?
Still a lot.
It's still a lot. If you're paying for healthcare, you shouldn't be getting denied, in my opinion. Healthcare should be free. But that's not how it is in America. We have the most expensive healthcare in the 45th life expectancy. That's not how it should be. But go ahead.
And even though it's the most expensive, we have probably one of the least amount of coverages when it comes to healthcare plans. Like when you take price out of it and you compare like a plan from another country with like free healthcare to like ours, we are covered less.
Right.
We have less flexibility. You have less, for lack of better words, rights in your healthcare.
Agreed. But that being said, this man was shot and killed, shot 3 times, bled out outside of the meeting. All the shareholders stepped over his blood in his body to get to the meeting on time. Shows you how. The next day, they had a job position opening on like the websites, ready to replace his ass.
Well, they have to fill the seat.
They don't have to fill it that fast. As a CEO, and usually when you do anything in business, including this one, you have to have charters. You have to have something set up for distribution of power, right?
Yeah, there's people who could work
who could fill in his spot
who could
temporarily.
Temporarily until
they did not have to put up a job listing outside of 24 hours from when your CEO was killed. Usually you could quietly fill the position for a little while, you know. Let it breathe a second, you know? It just goes to show like a lot of people were harping on it like this is how heartless these companies are. The CEO died, that brought them record-breaking profits, that brought the shareholders record profits and denied record claims. And the next day, fuck it.
They ready to replace them.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's get another one.
Next man up.
Yep.
So wait, I'm going to go in order of how the story went. Now that happened, they could not catch the guy. The police were saying, this is one of the most expert. This guy has to be trained. This guy has to be something. This is expert. He wore face masks. He caught a bus. He avoided cameras. He stayed in a hostel. He used cash. He rode a bike up there. He came 10 days earlier and left via bus, via train. We have no trace of him. We don't know anything. We can't find him. No pictures of his face. Nothing, right? Unmarked gun, 3D printed silencer, all the shit. Crazy. I'm like, damn, that's nuts. The next couple days, people were posting on the internet about how random healthcare claims that they made 2-3 years ago, 8 months ago, for $800, this expensive ass treatment, expensive ass medicine, were just randomly getting approved in their email. CEOs were fucking terrified. And then on top of that, to follow that up, more of these companies started taking their CEOs' names off of their websites, off of their listings. You couldn't find them anywhere. You can't find them anywhere right now because people are terrified. They know that people are getting pissed off. And like a lot of people have been equating it to like the French Revolution, how the rich are becoming so rich and the poor are becoming so poor that it's like we get into that let them eat cake stage, you know, where people just kind of start grabbing, pull up in niggas' houses, grab them and put them on that guillotine because cool, let them eat cake, right? But to finish up and to wrap up, $50,000 reward was set for any information given to the tip lines, right? Could not find this guy. Shit's going crazy, right? Fun fact, just yesterday they ended up finding him. Here's how they found him, and this is what has everybody pissed off. Wait, missed one part. He left a red herring in Central Park because that's where he ditched all his stuff, and they thought they found the backpack and they found the weapon, some money, da-da-da-da, right?
It was Monopoly money.
He had Monopoly money in a backpack.
That's hilarious.
Red herring. They said, we're dealing with the fucking Riddler. This is a Batman character, because what the fuck?
That's
I remember,
hilarious.
so like back in the day, like back in like the past, murders were like almost unsolvable. If you wore gloves, even if you wore gloves, like if you could just do it in the dark of night and walk away without anyone seeing, you could get away with anything. That's how you get like Jack the Ripper and like these like long murdering sprees, because they just didn't have the technology and stuff that we have now. So much so that it's like known that it's like murderers would write letters to the newspaper, like giving clues so that they could have, I guess, more fun. I don't know. I'm not a murderer, but like to make it more interesting. So they'd be like, you know, here's a clue to the next murder, and then do the next murder.
This narcissism.
Yeah,
It's
I want to be known for what I did. Yeah, I want you to know it was me, but I don't want to get caught for it.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's like it's on like that like the way he is doing it is like on that level of like, I don't want to say precision, because they were actually pretty sloppy back then. They just didn't have like the things that we have now. But so, like, it's crazy.
Continuing forward with the story, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
$50,000 on his head, right? For the FBI, anything they can offer. He was later found in a McDonald's in Pennsylvania, right? Apparently he's from Maryland. Towson, to be specific. Shout out, shout out Maryland niggas.
Hey, no, he gang. He can come to the cookout.
But apparently they found him, right? They found him with the same fake ID, with the weapon, and then after getting
Apparently
caught.
with his manifesto too.
Wait. And here's the crazy thing. This is why some people think it's not him or it's a setup. And they're like saying they caught him and he's mysteriously going to show up dead. That's conspiracy thought. But they said they found him with $8,000 USD, $2,000 some other currency in a McDonald's. And he's like, outside of all the other stuff in my backpack, the money was not there. Someone must have put that there. Out of all the things he could have said he didn't have, ID, weapon, manifesto, said fuck all that. Face mask, all that shit. Fuck all that. The money is not mine. And that's what makes me perfect. But turns out McDonald's employee called 911 to get him out of there. They got him out of there, right? Everybody is pissed at this McDonald's employee. Everyone's like, we don't give a fuck that you wanted $50K at the end of the day, dog. You snitched and you didn't have to. And the same corporate niggas that's fucking you over, you helping. Karma struck because...
Oh, no, before you say that, can I get the conspiracy thing? Because I have one.
Okay.
Thank you. So some people are saying that he did it in a McDonald's like on purpose because like he's like the hero of the middle class, and once he heard that there was like $50K on his head, he wanted that $50K to go to somebody like
I don't believe that at all.
So that's what they
and here's why I don't believe it. If you read, people have been posting the manifesto around, right? And if you read it, I would not believe that this guy believes that in the slightest.
I don't believe it either.
But that being said, before I go into the karma, one funny thing: Ben Shapiro, known super right-wing Jewish guy who doesn't believe. I don't like him, but he tried to say this was a right versus left thing. His audience almost turned on him because they were like, "This isn't a right versus left. This is a problem." Period. And you're becoming so detached because you're so rich that you don't recognize it. Because a lot of people in this chat were like, we've been denied health claims. People in my family have died because of this shit. Like, this is real shit. Crazy. Hilarious. I loved it.
I love that too, because it's like y'all try so much to politicize everything, but when it comes to real problems that hit everybody, that's just across political lines, you can't. Like, it's no way to turn, like, it's no way you could turn not no way, but like, it's no way you can turn some redneck against me if I'm like, yeah, my grandmother died because they denied my claim. Because I promise you, she probably gonna be like, mine too.
You got something similar, a dead grandma. But that being said, karma struck this dude at the McDonald's because they called 911. People have been talking about it, and there's actually an excerpt on the FBI page. You have to call the tip line. Then after that, it has to go to a committee. The committee has to approve it, right? After it's approved, they then determine how good your tip was and what you should be paid. $50,000 is not guaranteed. They could be like, you didn't really help that much with the arrest. We were going to go into McDonald's anyway. Here's $5,000. You need that, right, brokey? You work at McDonald's. Have fun. They can do that.
And tax it. Because you're getting $5K before taxes. That being said, they denied it because he called 911 and not the tip line. So they said, nah, you didn't call us, you called the police. So, sorry, buddy. Then on top of that, the McDonald's they work at has been getting bombed with reviews and is now a 1-star restaurant. Then on top of that, people have doxed him, found out his name, where he lives, all that shit. Wow. So more than likely, he's going to get fired from McDonald's anyway, because there's no longer a safe space for him.
Crazy.
And you know why they're giving him $0? It's actually like the pettiest reason if you think about it. It's credit, because you know who gets the credit for the arrest if 911 picks him up? The police, not the FBI, not the agency putting up the money.
So that's also like fucking hilarious to me, because it's like it just goes to prove like the working class is always gonna lose in this situation. Not that you should just murder is wrong in most cases, and the loss of human life is bad, right? But in this case, it's for a reason that a lot of people can get behind. And I say it a lot to people personally, but people only change when something drastic happens in their life. If you ever notice, there's no revolution that just happened peacefully. It all happened and got a little bloody. Period, point blank. You got to do something a little crazy. You got to go over the line to show people that you're serious. And I think this is the primary steps in that. Sorry someone had to lose their life over it. Yes. However, this has been a long time coming, and greed will do that over time. That being said, I just found it really interesting that this dude just basically fucked himself over, because you're already at a minimum wage job. You probably needed the money, and then it's like, hell, even if you just wanted the money, now you just fucked yourself, because now you don't have a job. Niggas know who you are. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Don't let me ever have a kid and like I hear that this is the dude that called the cops that one time on this one dude. Nah, get him out of here. Don't talk to that nigga.
That's kind of crazy.
Ain't it?
I'm saying you saying that's crazy.
No, it's justified. Fuck that nigga.
I agree. The loss of life is like, hopefully it's never the answer, but this man has blood on his hands. Let's not play like he's just an innocent in all of this, because you can say like, oh, well, he didn't deny the policies, but these are the standards that you set for your employees. Right. These are the rules that you make, and like it's the like he's the captain of the ship.
Right.
So just as much as he gets rewards when they was making all that money and he was getting all those bonuses, he's gonna get, he gets the consequences of that. And I think hopefully this is a lesson to the middle class that, one, like, have you guys seen A Bug's Life? Anybody? Yeah.
The many outweigh the few. Yeah. He had a speech about it. The grasshopper. He was like, so yeah. Go ahead. I'll let you take it.
Like, the grasshoppers are like running these ants, but he's like, no, we have to make them think that we are better, stronger, or whatever, and because at the end of the day, it is more of them. They could easily overpower us. And I think what the middle class forgets sometimes, because of the awe and the want to be in the upper class and the money that comes, like, and had that money and that power and just live, comfortably, is that we run shit. We're the ones buying things. We're the ones working things. We're the ones, like, it is more of us, and by their own hand, there are so many more of us than there is of them. And we have to make our demands known and then stick to them. But the problem is they find the weakest link in the chain. They give the weakest link the thing that we all want, and then everybody else is left suffering, and that one person gets a step up. But you being the step up means you're gonna be the first one kicked back down when they need someone to kick down.
Oh, absolutely. Bug's Life was a great example, because I remember his speech because they brought them less food and was like, oh, we don't have it, and he's like, it's less food, but it's more than enough. He's like, it's not about that, it's the principle of keeping them beneath us. He's like, they outnumber us. I think it was like 20-1. They really wanted to, they could stop this shit, but they don't think that way. And I'm like, damn, that's kind of crazy. Everything you said I agree with. Like, at the end of the day, it's a problem. But I was gonna mention that there's this priestess on TikTok, and he was like doing one of those skits where it's two people talking, and he was talking like, don't you think it's terrible? I was like, yeah, the loss of life is terrible, but he was a beloved child of God, but he was a bad man. He's like, what do you mean by that? He's like, we forget that the rich don't pay for the consequences a lot of the time because they do things indirectly. He said, by all means, what he did was legal but morally bankrupt. Example, he was like, if you're denying all these claims, he's indirectly, or telling people to deny these claims, you are indirectly responsible for the death of hundreds of thousands of people. Versus if one person who's not in this rich position kills one person, they are going to pay for it. He's like, and I don't think it's fair that one person would have to pay for their entire life for killing one person, but this person doesn't pay anything for killing hundreds of thousands of people. So at the end of the day, am I sad about it? No, but is he still a child of God? Yeah, God loves all his children, but like, he's still a bad person. Like, let's not fuck it up. Morally bankrupt as fuck. So
let's be real. Some of y'all mamas is putting money on y'all books right now, and y'all know y'all not supposed to be free. Y'all right where y'all supposed to be at.
yeah, no, you reap
But
what
your
you sow,
mama
and I
still
think
love
it's
you.
like sometimes it's a big harvest. You feel me? But I think he was spitting when he said that because it was like it makes sense. Like a lot of people get to this position and yeah, they just get away with fucking murder. Hell, look at Donald Trump,
Literally.
about to be the fucking president, but is a convict.
Is
And
a convicted felon.
guess who can't vote though? Convicted felons. Guess who can't own guns though? Convicted felons. Like, there's a lot of things that once you're rich, you kind of get to slide by with, and I don't think that's fair or right. And we should be doing something about it. But that's something that's a different conversation for a slightly different day, in my opinion. But there's one more point I had. Total cost for finding this man over this past week. Someone did a TikTok about it.
Crazy.
They were like, "How much did they spend?" They're like, $7,000. Oh, like $700,000, $725 million on this manhunt was spent.
Money. Your money, by the way, people.
Taxpayer money, by the way. Yeah, I didn't want my taxes to go to this. In all honesty, that being said, this other guy made a post about it and was talking about how his grandfather was shot and killed, and they said, "Oh, we don't have the resources, we don't have the money, we don't have this, that, and the third to do it." He's like, with the right people backing it, they have all the money. When them telling you they can't is them not wanting to expend their resources to solve a murder case, to find this person, because they found him in a week. Whether he wanted to be found or not, they found him in a week. They were praising this man about how untraceable he was, how this was the best murder they'd seen, how he had to be a professional. He literally got out the state undetected, essentially. Hey, man. Y'all are, in all honesty, y'all are right in your... This was not on my fucking bingo card, and I think that should be the next episode. Us making a 2025 bingo card, because...
That'll have to be 2 episodes from now, because the next one is our naughty list.
Fuck the naughty list, nigga. We know who's on it.
No, because the rules of the naughty list is they can't be a villain. Like, they can't be a bad guy, but they're on a naughty list.
Okay, I'll just do all anti-heroes. See how easy that was?
No, come on. Don't do that.
2025 bingo cards, though, dog.
We can do that.
I did not have assassination on my bingo card.
It'll be the last. It should have been. We already had an assassination attempt.
That was this year.
I know.
Assassination attempt and assassination. Couldn't have guessed it. Couldn't have guessed it.
I had assassination on my bingo card. Just the person is wrong. But it was on there because I was hoping for one. Maybe I shouldn't say that because he's the president now, but whatever. Lock me up. Throw me in jail. Throw away the key.
You ain't afraid to fucking nigga ass. You're muted.
You say that jokingly, but the actual sentence you danced around is a federal crime.
Yeah.
He's not president when I said it.
Hey, man.
He's the president-elect.
Yeah.
That's why you should watch what you say. Or say allegedly.
Oh, you can edit it out.
I'm not gonna. Let's see if you get arrested.
Check your phone. Your FBI agent said don't do it. It's too late.
It's too late. No. Don't embed. You're gonna go to jail too.
I have some it's not sad news, but it's sad. The voice actor for Frankie is retiring. So when we come back to One Piece, it'll be a new voice actor.
I read a lot of the comments on the, I think, Crunchyroll post about that. A lot of people, I haven't watched One Piece in damn near 8 months. I read it every week, but they were saying he's kind of losing it since they got the Wano. Like, they could just tell his voice, it's not there no more, like that range he used to have.
Yeah.
And that they're saying that it was probably a good choice.
Mm-hmm. He is older. You can tell he's an older voice actor, but it's just still kind of sad because, I always find the voice actors jarring, and that's just because after listening to probably, I guess, half of what I listen to of One Piece, so 500 something episodes with the same voices, it always jars me, like when I went from dub to sub. But congratulations on his career and happy retirement, because as we've seen, like, especially in the anime space, a lot of them aren't making it to retirement. They're passing away early from fatigue and all types of different illnesses. So it's nice that he's gonna be able to retire.
Is he? I thought he was retiring from One Piece. I didn't know he was retiring altogether.
I think it's One Piece, but I don't know if he does too much more anymore as well, because he can't do, like, his range is shrinking.
I know them one.
Because
Oh, Jesus Christ! I know them One Piece checks must have been nice.
probably.
Hope so. I mean, he's gonna be getting them for a while.
Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah, pretty much.
So that was my news.
That's really all that's really happened, other than Marvel Rivals coming out and me loving it.
I had
we
the one
didn't talk about it. Go ahead.
I just saw it earlier today about AJ Beckles, the voice actor of Okarun in everyone's favorite show, Dawn to Dawn.
What happened?
So apparently, yeah. So apparently there was a tweet, I'm thinking it was, that's going pretty viral from a Japanese fan of the show who felt like offended and thought it was racist. He was very offended, and a lot of people agree by the retweets and the like count that
it's crazy.
That AJ Beckles took a fan art that someone did of Okarun and the girl and made them black, and he took the fan art and made it his profile Avi. And a fan was offended and was like, they basically, like, you're disrespecting our culture, like making our characters
making it black. Yeah, stop
right.
making our characters black, like in general.
Stop drawing yourselves with pink, blue, spiky ass hair and fucking, what is it, pompadours?
Well, I mean, fair, but the point is, like, he is a black person voice acting that character, so maybe you have a deeper problem there that you're just not trying to hit.
Well, fun fact, a lot of I'm not gonna say a lot of Japan, but Japan is
it's just
xenophobic. I wouldn't call it racist. They're more is it xenophobic? I would say xenophobic. Like, they don't really like outsiders because outsiders don't follow their cultural rules. That's what I've learned.
Don't follow their cultural
rules. It's not so much I don't like you because you're not black. I don't like you because you're not Japanese.
Yeah. The background to that is just people have to remember 600 years ago, like, they did not see any other non-Japanese people in their space.
Right.
And
also the history of Japan is like people fleeing China's rule, like they flee China in more of a to be isolated, to get away from that, and found this place where they could be isolated, and then it's like, oh, this what y'all doing here?
This is when you know history.
I'm a big history buff. I love history.
Not like this nerd over here in World War II. I remember he was on a World War II kink, and we would talk about World War II every time we were on the game.
I love World War II. It's a great period in U.S. history.
It is. It's a very.
We dropped 2 nukes, dog. History. The 2 is for the nukes. I need to stop.
3. We dropped 3.
What was the 3rd?
We were testing out in.
Oh, that doesn't count.
Yeah, but the test.
I know what the test. I don't count the test.
No. Listen. The test was so close to a Japanese naval base that the wind just, a lot of them got sick and died. Like, we were testing basically in their front yard. Like, oh shit, my fault. I ain't think y'all was that close.
Thought you were gonna say they got hit with like a. Never mind. But
that was after the first 2.
That's crazy. We had an oopsie doodles after 2 nukes. We dropped the sun on you twice and have an oopsie doodle in your backyard.
It's crazy.
Damn, my bad for blowing down your fence after blowing up your house.
Yeah,
I need to stop. But yeah, I saw that. I didn't look into it. I saw the tweets and I didn't know what was happening. But I don't know if you guys know this, but part 2 of that is that more people have been posting black made characters.
I love it.
Tons of artists that I follow have been posting and like, well, deal with it.
And I love that. it goes back to our saying, we say it every episode, be more nerds. Please be more. Like, a lot of us had to be bullied, were not had to be, but were bullied for whatever reason growing up. Skinny, fat, nerd, glasses, kinky hair, straight hair, I don't know, whatever it was. And to be a bully now is crazy. You know what it's like. And people put a lot of work into their artwork. And people want to see their likeness represented. And it's nothing wrong with that.
So
like, look at these. Look,
the thing that
black
upsets me the most about situations like this is when people talk about how it's disrespectful to their culture. However, a lot of the things, especially in all of media and TV shows, come from black culture, as well as personality types, clothing, I think we talked about it a little bit on here about how like a lot of people thought the opening Rihanna copied with ISA's doing a little dance, but it was from Rihanna doing that back in 2012 to a different music video, and it was like just going to show like y'all don't want to give credit where credit is due. In all honesty, it's a fucking cartoon. Shut up.
Thank you.
It's not like someone came up and it's not like he just came in your house and walked with his shoes off. I know that's disrespectful. Or, took a piece of formal Japanese clothing, was wearing it completely wrong, and didn't talk to somebody and posted all over the internet. It's a cartoon in which he voice acts and is one of the main characters. Please shut y'all punk asses up. Please.
Yeah, Japanese culture, it's very different in the things that the hills they'll die on.
Yeah.
But the fact that like it's not like he went and just took a random character and just took a profile black version of him. And if he did that, I don't think it should be that deep. It's more of like this is a character he voices. So if you want to say what you want to say, then say it's okay. I don't like that you guys casted a black person to play one of our Asian characters.
Right. However, you guys have had Asian characters voice black people tons. I can tell you that now.
Mr. Popo's a real thing.
On top of that, I don't like the fact how they like to try and get away with the tan skin. I'm looking at Miracle in your back because I also have a poster of her. Like the tan skin. No, she's Japanese. She's just really tan skin. Now shut that shit down. That's a black woman. And in Horikoshi draws her like a black woman. Don't lie to me.
Features. You can stop. Those are bunny features. No, they're not. No, they're not. Who's bunny?
Black bunnies.
Rabbits. I'm just it reminds me of when you say like they don't want to give credit where credit is due. Do y'all remember when Kim Kardashian like wore braids like on the runway?
Yes, that's still a big thing.
And they were like, "Oh, she has these new stitch, these stitch."
We're not gonna give any value to whatever the fuck they tried to call it. She had box braids, and they tried to call it something else.
Yeah,
Guys,
and I was like,
we know white America does these strange things.
And
there was a point
no, it was just I don't even have the words, so go ahead.
No, I get you. Like there was a point in time where people were trying to say Travis Kelce invented the fade.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That shit was crazy. That happened last year.
Y'all are doing too much. Yeah, he's like, y'all are doing absolutely too much. Please do not get me canceled because you guys want to sound dumb.
That was around the time last year when they were talking heavily about the black girl effect, because he dated, I forgot who he dated, but he dated a black woman first, and that's when he started doing the fade, and he grew his beard out and all that stuff, and started looking like he was dating black women like to play dress up with a man. And I don't know if y'all ever noticed it, but when black women date a white dude, especially if they're like actually black and not like more to the whiter side, if they're actually like maybe a hood girl or a black girl, generally speaking, they tend to get them faded up or get them some type of shortcut. They might have them grow a beard. They'll get them some ones. They usually do the ones white t-shirt combo. They might get them a chain, something, and then they start wearing that all the time. That becomes their style. I don't know if you noticed it, but people were doing it and making posts about it. It's something that's very fucking common.
The videos is like day one dating a black girl, like a week dating a black girl, a month. It's like, what's good, man?
You're what?
Like it because a lot of the white men who date black women and go through this, they're just like, first of all, love my wife. I let her do whatever she wants to me.
The niggas that do it, they be like, I love her. What was I wearing before?
Do y'all see this?
flannels and cowboy boots. What was I doing?
Like, the fact that she's with me is a miracle because I did not look like this when we got together.
Facts. There was something else I had on that subject. I don't know. I mean, fun fact for anybody who's a hater. I don't think haters listen, but just to give you guys some more history or some information. I don't know if you know this, but it's very easy to tell that K-pop and J-pop actually come from America content media and rap, mostly, and boy bands. It's a mix of boy bands and rap because in the, what was it? I believe it was in the late 1990s, early 2000s. A lot of music companies sent over people to America to research how we did boy bands, how we did rap, and that's when they took all the information they learned and took it back to their respective countries, and then they started making groups, and that is why we have K-pop and J-pop, because they just made it with their own traditional music. However, they used Americanized sounds, rap, and clothing styles, because if you notice, a lot of K-pop and J-pop bands and stuff, when they come out on stage, it'll be a lot of similarities to styles that black people wear, but it usually gets that more, I would almost call it cyberpunk type of upgrade for like those types of countries. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't want to sound sentimental, and please don't, because I'm not being sentimental, but things like this is why our podcast exists. We wanted a space where we could nerd out and be safe, and this is that space. So welcome, come on in, have a seat, because we're not gonna judge you here.
We'll judge you like family judges you, in a fun way.
Yeah, in a loving way. We love you. Love y'all.
But if you watch Tentacle Porn, you're damn sure I'm gonna make a joke about it. You can watch it, I'm just gonna make a joke.
You
And he's
can't
gonna ask
talk.
you what the title was.
Right, he's gonna ask you for the link.
I'm gonna have it, but just know I'm also gonna make a joke. I expect a joke to come back in return. If you come to me saying, yo, you got that Teen Titans vid, I'm gonna be like, which one?
Wait, you got some Teen Titans vids?
Hey, yo.
Rule 34, man. Rule 34.
Rule 34. Oh! Great segue. Marvel Rivals came out on December 6th, right?
Oh, yeah, I saw. Ooh, I wanted to talk about that. Go ahead, though.
All right. Marvel Rivals came out on December 6th. First off, Rank came out 2 days after the game came out. December 8th, right? It is currently December 10th. There are already niggas in Diamond. This shit is sweaty. You niggas need to learn how to play fucking tank, fucking support. I hate you niggas. I don't play tank. I don't play support. Why is that what I main? I main Cloak and Dagger and Penny Parker. I'm sick of trying to survive and you niggas don't know how to heal. You niggas don't know how to tank. You niggas suck at DPS. Everybody wants to be the fucking hero, but nobody got skill. Y'all suck.
We're gonna send these out to these people. So
please. But I have been making a lot of TikToks and they have been doing extremely well. I'm very happy about that. But the game is fun. I enjoy it a lot. I love the art style. I love everything about it so far. The season 0, the skins that they give you right off the bat, like to purchase, fucking fire. The animations, fucking fire. The gameplay, the thing I like most about it is everybody feels OP. It feels like Marvel characters. You know, I'm powerful Spider-Man. I'm annoying ass Venom. I'm America's ass Captain America. You feel powerful. Everyone feels good and OP in their own way. But at the same time, because everybody's OP, nobody's OP. I don't know what you just said, but whatever. Because everybody's OP, no one's OP. And that's the best thing about it. That's what I love about it so much. However, it does get really sweaty. Like, I played with Sunday today, and it put me in a lower, like, ELO, because he never played. Dog, I got to just goof off, and I played Captain America, and I was just doing stupid shit I would never do in a higher rank play. Because, like, I'm playing with people playing the game for the first time. I'm just going to play as Captain America and jump the back line and beat someone up with a goddamn shield. Right now, the biggest menace is Spider-Man and fucking Iron Fist. They get in your back line, pray, because they're going to beat your ass. I'm not going to lie to you.
I wanted to play Iron Fist. I saw his kit. I was like, I like that.
You would like his kit because you're strategic enough to do it right. Because like all the DPS, low health, but high damage. But the problem is a lot of people, everybody wants to be the hero. No one wants to be the team player. Right? So
Right.
because of that, like you'll load into a game, it's 6-on-6. And 4 people will choose DPS right off the bat. And it's like from that's why I had to start picking my support or tank. Because it's like, if 4 niggas want to do damage and we don't have someone who's big and bulky to take the heat or someone who can actually heal the team, we're screwed. We're going to die.
Every time.
I went into a game and there was 6 DPS. That was the funniest shit ever.
That's suicidal.
Dog!
That is the most suicide squad I've ever heard.
They lost, of course. But they were doing damn. They were putting up numbers. Because all of them were like, it was like 3 range, 3 assault, right? So they would 3 niggas pushing you all over the place, and 3 niggas shooting you from the back is like, oh well, it's a problem, but it's manageable. But it's been a great game so far. I've gotten through all of bronze rank. It's 3 levels each rank. I'm in silver 2 now. I've been hard locking silver 2 for the past 2 days just because like I'll get a really cooperative team, and then I'll get a team that doesn't do any type of comp, or someone who just came from quick play and sucks ass. So like, you need a team of at least 3 if you want to make it somewhere in comp, in my opinion. There's not a lot of tanks, there's not a lot of support, but people that are good at these positions. But the game overall, I love it so far. And I plan on making a lot of content around it. Heater, you're gonna take the Gooner thing? That's the funny thing I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Point.
So I learned things about games like this from a YouTuber who's on all platforms, but I follow him on YouTube, Jacob Weebly. And I was saying that it was funny because I saw that video he made where he was like, yeah, Rule 34, if you don't know what Rule 34 is, it makes everything you can think of horny. Literally search up Rule 34, there's a generator, type in whatever you're thinking about, it will make it horny.
Rule 34, the actual rule, is like, there's internet rules, and Rule 34 is essentially internet rule number 34, which it distinctly states, if you can think of it, there's porn of it.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah. She was too happy to nod on that.
Right.
But I think Jacob's video was saying that Marvel Rivals has already like out-trended Overwatch in Rule 34 in this first week of it being out. Like, people were already that horny. And then I sent Greg a reel I found of somebody was rating the women characters in the game, and he was really just taking the models and spinning them around. It's like, yeah, that's a 10 out of 10. That's a 10 out of 10 back there.
They made hella characters thick. Like, Joy saw Squirrel Girl and was like, whoa, like, why is she so thick? Like, they made the models, I would say, comic book accurate in a lot of ways. Like, lots of characters are bulky as hell, like huge chests, small waist, thick thighs. Like, a lot of the niggas look like that, period. So like, the women,
Figure like a doll.
yeah, the women, they thick too, or curvy, if you will. Like, a lot of them. Yeah, the fact that they outranked Overwatch in Rule 34 is insane for one reason. Overwatch has been out for a number of years. I don't even know how many at this point. To the point where people extract the 3D models and then they put it into something like Unreal Engine, and then they make porn from it. There's so much Overwatch porn, it is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Diva's gonna look up Rule 34 after this. I
mean, I already know it, but
This
I didn't
first
week,
week, I think they had what, like 400,000 players on Marvel Rivals.
448 in the opening day.
Yeah, and then they took Overwatch down to 22,000.
Yep.
Like, that's a low number. That's a very.
It's because the game feels so nice, and Overwatch, it feels like a lot of people just play and counterplay, play and counterplay, play and counterplay. Right now, the game's super new. There's not many counterplays, but at the same time, like I told you, everybody's OP in their own way, and if you have a competent team, it's gonna be a good match. Period. Point blank.
Yeah.
like I've had matches that come down to the wire, and it just came down to someone didn't use a super in time, someone shut down a super, someone just was slightly better than the other person. And I've had games where we got diffed, like 0-3 type shit, and I'm like, fuck, these niggas just spanked us. And I've spanked niggas, so it's like, at the end of the day, a lot of the game just, it feels awkwardly balanced in a weird way. I'm terrified for what niggas are gonna do to Spider-Man, but it feels awkwardly balanced.
That's nice. Did we talk about the lawsuits last week? Because we talked about the Kendrick album.
Yes.
Did we talk about the lawsuits?
I called Drake all types of bitches.
Yeah, we addressed it.
Okay, I couldn't remember if we did. That was
But
the
new
last
news
time.
about that: Drake bought $100,000 worth of floor seats to Kendrick's Toronto concert, and Kendrick said, "Oh, that's cute. I'll just let people in for free then." So that's fun. The funny thing about this is he basically tried to pull a 50 Cent, because what 50 Cent did to, I think it was Ja Rule.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What 50 Cent did to Ja Rule was he bought the floor seats, and then he didn't say anything. And that's the thing. I'm gonna come back to that. He didn't say anything, and then when the concert came, he saw it and got pissed off.
Yeah. And that's how you should play it.
Exactly. Drake, or someone in Drake's camp, someone said something about it immediately. So that being
look what he did.
that being said, it just made me think Drake's that nigga that's like, just wait until I get this nigga back. Like, it's gonna be so good. And like, just has to brag to everybody about how he's gonna get his get back. And then dealing with someone like Kendrick is like, fuck it. Seats are paid for. And you know what I'm gonna do now? I'm playing not like a. He already told people he's playing at the beginning and the end, not like us, right? For every concert. Nigga, I'm paying it 27 times just to spite you. This whole concert might just be not like us on repeat.
Which I get, because like it was the song of the summer and it didn't need any help. Because the first time Jordan heard it, she called me and was like, "You need to hear this song right now."
Oh,
and
you should have saw when I was listening to the other two songs that dropped, and then I was listening to a stream, and niggas was like, it was a Tony Santavoce stream, and he was like, he dropped again, and I was like, no fucking way. Turned it on. I went in the room, was like, Joe, you gotta hear this right now.
And she called me and she was like, "You gotta hear this right now," basically. And I was cooking and I was like, "What this?" I'm like, "Ooh." And not to say I didn't. Not that I say I didn't like the other songs, but that one was just like, regardless of the beat, I was listening to. For the other ones, I had to listen to because I'm following the beef.
That was the intent.
Yes, obviously.
I was reporting on it, obviously, so it came out. I was on it.
We know you was on it. Yeah, but that's all we got.
I think that is everything, because that's all that's happened. I said there was no real news this week, but apparently there was plenty of it. So shout out to the Gooners for making Marvel Rivals, that game. Shout out to Kendrick for playing chess while Drake's playing checkers. And shout out to America for starting to stand up.
Yeah.
But that being said, that's the end of the episode. Oh, we can talk about ears and weeks, I guess.
Yeah, cause Heat has had a week.
You almost got away with it, Mr.
You almost
Worldwide.
got away with it too.
It's not even worldwide.
Little kids.
I've only streamed 6 times this year.
Y'all, please don't pay
Hey,
them any mind.
Here's my ears for the week. They are brand new. I just got these when I think we went to Disney Springs. When we went to Disney Springs to go see Moana 2. Oh, I didn't report on Moana 2. Real quick. Great movie. Terrible songs. Love the end. Don't suggest you see it in theaters. Wait until it comes out on Disney Plus. But it is a really good movie. So, very good continuation of the story. But the songs were just not it. No, zero bangers. Like zero song bangers.
Yep, I was gonna say the same thing.
I know, because I know you saw it.
No,
Yeah.
we didn't.
We know he did it.
Just like how
But
you're
these
not
are
a
my
gamer.
ears. These are my ears. It's Mickey, but with his Santa Claus hat. I just got these. I saw these and I was like, I have to have them. Aren't they so stinking cute? You can't say they're not.
They're not.
I think the marketing team is a great great group of people, and I think that
Aren't
they're
they?
killing the job
They are killing it
because
because
they said it's simple. We got them.
we got
I
them. They
understand it
got
now.
me. They got me. It was easy. I saw them and I was like, I have to have. Cause I don't like. I have Christmas ears, but like I don't have like Santa ears. Like I don't have like anything that says Santa. So I mean, I guess my other ones kind of do, but whatever. So these are the ears. Also, I will say Disney it pays attention to quality. There's like stuffing in here to keep it like up, so it doesn't go limp. Like it keeps it erect, which I love. And then it's stitched so that it always hangs to the side, always hangs to the left. Actually, it hangs to the right. So okay.
There's so many jokes in there that I just. I'm trying not to ruin Christmas, okay?
Whoa.
It's the regular black material, really soft, really smooth, and really gushy, like really plushy. And I just think these are so cute. They don't
Gushy
have
is
a
never a vocabulary word to use ever in
That's
life.
what I said. I changed it. It's plushy. That's what I meant. Plushy.
Niggas like they had hard but soft and gushy with the original black material and make sure it hangs to the left.
Hang to the left. This is my left hand.
Oh, you're so gross.
No, this is my right
Your
hand.
right hand. Yes, that is your right hand.
It's my right hand.
That
God,
is,
just give me a second.
that's your screen left.
Yeah. So
Wait,
I just
what?
think they're really cute. Let it go. Just keep going. Oh, you do this.
No, I know it's my right and my left without having to put an L up.
Your left hand makes an L and your right hand doesn't.
Okay, so that's backwards. Got it.
Yeah.
Oh, right, because you're looking at my thing. You gotta look at your hands. Here we go.
No, yours is backwards from ours.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's why I turned it on.
No, like this is
Don't. It's okay. She's already directionally challenged. Don't make it worse.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
That being said, ears are
Those are
done.
the ears.
Okay.
Ears.
Weeks. I didn't really do shit. I played Marvel Rivals. That's about it. I've started finally going back to my gaming channel and like actually trying to make content. Me and he'd been like talking about like we need to do something with our secondary channels because they're just there and like let's actually use them. So I've been
Make a face. I need to do the same.
I've been going crazy these past few days, and I have like 2 video ideas that I want to do like tonight. So, and they're really short format. So,
yeah.
I adulted really hard. Folded a whole bunch of clothes. I got approved. My work from home request to work from home basically for 2 weeks straight, which I didn't think they were going to approve, is approved. So I'll be home for the holidays. So y'all can see me in Baltimore, December something to something, and I'm gonna be there.
are we doing a live show?
That's what I said. Can we do a live show?
You can.
We can do it right from the couch.
Yeah.
This office isn't as
but-
big as my other office though.
Yeah, we'll make it work. And then I didn't really do much either. I tried to go Christmas shopping. I was unsuccessful. Like I wanted to go to like the malls and the stores, especially because it's malls and outlets like really close to me, and like clean up, right? And it wasn't that like the prices were off. It's just what I was looking for just was not there. Like I could have saved myself a whole bunch of time if I just sat on the couch and did what I ended up doing, just ordering it and getting it shipped. Like even and Jordan said it to me, hindsight 2020, like I was getting this thing out of Walmart and I checked the price on the Walmart app and it was $30. When I got to the thing, it was $40. So I said, I'm ordering on the Walmart app. So I put it back and when I ordered it in the car, and Jordan was like, why didn't you just price match it in the store? And I was like, didn't think about that, but now it's getting shipped to Baltimore, so I don't have to like remember to pack it. So
Yeah. Smart.
yeah.
When you go home for Christmas, do you send it to yourself or do you like try and take it on the plane?
You're talking to he, because I drive.
Send what?
Gifts.
Gifts. He
I mean,
is the gift. So you're
Right.
obviously
I obviously shipped the gift on the
No,
plane because I
Gifts to you
to myself.
from your family.
I don't get gifts. I am the gift. I keep giving.
No, do you get gifts?
I don't. I'm the gift that gives.
Why don't you?
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we'll shut up.
It's a nice bag of goldfish I got over there. You can't see it off camera.
I stuff it in the car. But yeah, so I shipped most of and I just realized even while I was out shopping, I was like, it probably would just be easier anyway if I can ship it, because then I don't have to find a way to get it in the car with me, our stuff, and then a dog and his stuff. So yeah. Heath, how was your week? Tell us all about it. You're famous.
Oh, you talking about these two who keep talking about Mr. Worldwide? Because I went downtown like 10 minutes from my house.
Nah. This nigga was he was on stage at the event. He was talking to people. He was getting followed. We got followers out the ass that weekend. It's like 7, but it was still a lot. And with a bunch of follower count, dog, what?
We saw.
Some people saw, some people
I don't know how he does it, but he can get you into places when you at the function. Don't know how.
That's not true. That happened once.
Twice now.
No, I paid for a ticket for that.
On the stage?
Well, that stage, the first party wasn't policed, so nobody was going to stop anyone from going on stage.
So you just went up there just cause?
Because I knew somebody on stage, so I went on stage.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, there it is. We got him, boys.
Y'all knew him too.
Who?
It's your favorite day of the week.
Oh!
I've never met Sunday. Yeah, I've never met Sunday.
That's crazy. You haven't. Niggas.
But I met cool peoples from that, because the photographer, it's Nate, we became friends in that moment because he gave me his card and we hung out most of the weekend after that. Good timing.
The anime. You're supposed to talk about the anime.
The premieres?
No, in the chat. You sent it in the chat, and I said send it to Jordan. You said I'm sending it to remind myself to talk about it on the podcast, and I said, oh, okay. It was me talking to you, if you couldn't guess.
I figured he would have just said nigga.
I wouldn't have said that.
You see how he didn't super deny? He's just
He did it. He had to think about it.
I listen to a lot of our episodes. Our episodes are just long. This one got 19 minutes left. This one got 22 minutes left. 29 minutes left.
Oh no. That's what I had sent in the chat was a comic book series called Seed of I. So they were selling their comic book at the event hall, and I didn't know they were selling it because I saw some people with copies, so I thought they were just handing out copies. So when they put it in my hand and they were talking about it, I was like, yeah, I'll definitely get it to read. It's like, no, we're selling them. I said, oh, well, I have no more budget for the weekend, but I'll definitely check y'all out later. So it's Seed of I. It's a comic book based on, Black people, Black characters. I'm missing information, but moral of the story is I just, what the hell? I just thought it was something to bring up, not on the pod, but something to bring up in general, just to see if y'all were interested in checking it out. But yeah,
we always love checking out new shit. Ugh.
Yeah.
Give us a run through of your weekend at Anime Frontier. Just a quick play.
And your cosplays. Tell us what you did.
Quick play-by-play. Friday, I did Tokyo Ghoul. I wasn't the best, but it was something I had already said. Standby cosplays or ones just the holdover ones. That's where most of this weekend was. Just giving those a feel, see what I could change. Friday was simple. I didn't run into too many people. I just kind of explored it. Anime Frontier was here in Fort Worth, Texas. It was cool. Saw some cool cosplays Friday, not too much. It wasn't a lot going on. I was really there for the panels and a lot of the premieres they were having for different anime. I wish I had my cards, but they're too far. There was an anime I wanted to suggest that's coming out, but yeah. Interesting premieres on the way. Crunchyroll, High Dive were there. You should know what both of those are. Friday ended with a party hosted by, I forget the group. I sent you the video, Greg. What was it about? Survey says, y'all's people send me too many fucking videos.
Absolutely.
Plus Ultra Entertainment, yes.
Oh yeah, they do a lot
And it
of
was
shit
with-
here.
Yeah, they're because they're based on the East Coast, right? So I was surprised to see they were down here because their headquarters is in DC. But I was like, hey, you know, DC native sort of. So I love to check that out. That was a okay event. I got there a little late because it's down the street from my house. So walked in, you know, apparently they changed VIP section because it used to be a balcony on the second floor. It was in an amphitheater thing. Someone fell off, or almost fell off, because the railing is so low, so it's very easy to fall off. So they just moved VIP to like the bleachers on the side section. So I'm glad I didn't pay for VIP for those because that would have made me mad for the price difference. Yeah, man, it met some cool people there, met some creators that I've run into before, like Anime Sundays, Little Baby Ashley, some other folks, Narasama, and randomly, I mentioned his name earlier. Walking through the crowd, I was like, man, this guy's tall. And once I reached the top of the head, I'm like, that is Jacob Weebly. I was like, oh my God. I was like, I watch your videos literally every time they post. I didn't think you were this tall. Keep doing what you're doing. Love the content. Saturday was Product. I was a little mad about Product because one person, and I can't believe he was black, stopped me and was like, I know you're a Saiyan, but what Saiyan are you? It's like, Product, you know, Goku's dad. He said, oh, thought it was Nappa because of the hair. It's like, okay.
Yo, squabble up right now.
It be your own people's. No, he walked away. Like, that was his whole thought, and he just walked off after that.
You gotta grab him by the extra skin on his neck. No, come back here.
Yeah,
crazy.
Walked around the event hall a lot. Saw some main stage things. A lot of people here were definitely Hotel Has Been and Hell of a Boss fans. There was so much, like,
Thank you for sending it. It's
that
cool.
was the meetup. I didn't catch the beginning. I caught the end, but they did have a meetup.
I think for DreamCon next year, I'm gonna do a Has Been Hotel character. I don't know who yet, but I am gonna do a Has Been Hotel character next year.
I was actually trapped in the convention center Saturday because I was basically wearing compressions and it started raining and it was 40 degrees outside or 30 degrees. So I was not going outside. So the rain stopped.
Shit.
You can tell that you're a runner. You got runner legs.
Thanks.
You're welcome. It's a compliment.
I know. It's the preposition compliment before that.
No.
What I will say about Saturday, I realized the convention center wasn't that big. I mean, it is in Fort Worth, so what do you expect? But for what it was nice. Again, more premieres I checked out. A lot of people were here for Hollow Live, which is like a VTuber singing group. I don't know. I went into one of those main stage things, which was like a mini concert for them. And when I tell you, I love those kind of nerds, not trying to be disrespectful, but like, you know how you see an anime and it's like, you know, their idol and they have like a whole fan section with the waving things and they're like spinning them around and they got the head bandana on. Yeah, they were in there. You weren't allowed to record in there, but I was just sitting on the floor like mesmerized because I'm like, they are so into. There was one dude, like he was just spinning his arms with these glow sticks to the beat for like the whole 30 minutes I was there. I was like, that is dedication. But highlights from Saturday. I got to see Crystal, who is a Instagrammer who makes a lot of content that I love. She's a big anime person. I remember her from DreamCon because she was the first person that ran up to me and said, "Oh my God, I love Fate Stay," and she took a picture and disappeared. And somehow I found her Instagram later and realized
I remember her.
Yeah, she is I love her energy. It's like mini Benta energy. Love it. Saw some other people that were cool. Did a couple interviews with some people. Not me getting the interview. They wanted interviews. And Saturday ended with Senpai Squad, which you remember, Greg, another rave. And we had a time. I was again trying to just casual anime drip, so I went as Badman Vegeta. Some people recognized it, some people didn't really care. Try to get the crowd engaged, stayed, had fun. I was not going to be able to get on stage because Senpai Squad is more regulated, so they were not having it.
I think we know somebody in Senpai Squad.
We do.
I think I have to do my review. I think I've talked to somebody in Senpai Squad. I'm not saying no, like personally, but like had conversations with, message, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, no. Yo, it's Nate, camera dude I met. He was the photographer for the event, so he's gonna have a whole bunch of pictures. I know he had a lot of shots of me because I was just trying to keep the crowd. I was trying to get them out of their circle mentality, you know, and trying to get them into the mix. There was another big dude. He was really the one driving it. I was just trying to help him. Eventually they did it, and it turned into an actual rave like we should have had at DreamCon. It was amazing. Loved it. Met cool chick that wasn't doing a Zoro cosplay, but everything looked like a Zoro cosplay. That was funny. Jacob was there again, and I got to talk to him more, and just having conversation with someone I watch on YouTube every day is just so surreal. Loved it. Again, someone attacked me for not having Vegeta's hair because I was wearing a costume. I'm like, this is just a shirt and pants that happen to be what he wore. I'm not doing cosplay.
So my big thing is that I hate about sometimes the cosplay community, like lazy cosplay exists, you know? I don't always want to wear a wig. I'm not always going to put my hair up. Like, example, when I do Asta, I don't plan on like doing anything. I might, that might be the first wig I buy because I might have to do some things to it because Asta's hair stands up. So I might do something with that, right? But
you spray paint yours.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I might spray paint mine, but at the same time, like, I'm not doing too much crazy shit with all this. Like, some people don't want to wear a wig. Some people just want to have their head. I put work into making this. Fuck off. You feel me?
Yeah. And that's pretty much how I felt because he was like, when are you going to invest in a wig? I'm like, I don't know. Like, all of this cost $40 from Amazon. So, wasn't trying to do a full cosplay.
I could have made it for 20. Just saying.
That being said, I haven't made a post about it yet, but by the time this comes out, I will have. Sunday was probably my favorite just because it was emptier, it was chill, but there were so many like creators still there that were just kind of like trying to get their interviews and their content out. So I got to chat with a lot of different people, and I thought that was fun. There was this one chick. What's the pink-haired person from Demon Slayer?
The girl with the big boobies.
Mitsuki. Yeah, so I saw a Mitsuki and I was like, yo, this is so fire. And I was just like, can I get a photo with you? I was doing Sniper Mask on Sunday. I forgot that part from High Rise Invasion. And she was trying to guess that too. That's what made me remember. I was like, yeah, it's High Rise. So I thought it was so amazing and so dope. And she was so friendly. And I was like, you look kind of familiar. I know you're in cosplay, but I feel like I've seen this cosplay before. Come to find out, she was Snickerdoodle-chan on Instagram. I was just like, oh, that's why I know you. I follow you on my other account because you are a dope cosplayer. That makes sense. So yeah, I bumped into a lot of brand ambassadors for Anime Frontier and just met them casually, so that was fun. And then I got to hang out with Nate and his peoples, and that was a good time. And now I might go to MomoCon just because it sounds like it might be a fun vibe, and the tickets are cheap. Those tickets are so cheap.
MomoCon the weekend before?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I can't go. Sorry, kid.
No, that's a me thing.
I want to go because a lot of people have been telling me like it's even bigger than fucking most of 48 DreamCon. So it's like I want to go, and plus a lot of the creators I know are gonna be there.
Yeah.
So it's like I want to go so I can meet them, so I can go see things. Like when I go to these things, I go to meet people for the most part. Like I'm not going because I can't meet people. I'm going to meet people I find interesting. Like if I can go to a dope event, that's a bonus. But like I'm on the hunt, and I usually end up finding my people. Surprisingly, everyone's like, "How do you find people?" I don't know. I just do.
Just walk around. I try to tell people, man, you just gotta walk around, and if you as long as you recognize the people you're looking for, they'll be there. Like,
yeah.
I will never forget how at DreamCon when I was just sitting in the lobby chatting, Afro walked by, and that's because I was trying to be in the conversation and not look around like I normally do. But if I would have saw that, I was like, yo.
I'll never forget how year one, we got in the elevator with Cutie Pie Sensei in her peach outfit. And we didn't realize until we got off the elevator. Like, we were like, wait a minute. That was... He was like, yeah, that... Fuck! Man, that's crazy.
But,
Cons. I still hate them.
You just haven't found your thing yet.
I like to go to panels, but I don't know. It's too many people, and I know y'all gonna say, "But you go to Disney." That's different.
No, it's not.
It's so different.
It's more people, actually. Maybe
Well,
it's not enough
enclosed.
people. You ever think of that?
It's not
And
enclosed.
It's not
most of the
enclosed.
time.
It's also not enclosed.
Fair.
Well, so for me, like, ideally, I would like to cosplay and take a bunch of pictures, but I do want to hit certain panels.
Right.
Like, I was glad this one wasn't as big of a convention center because I did want to see some of these premieres that Crunchyroll and High Dive were doing. So I got to do that because there wasn't too much to do outside of that. And I wasn't super cosplayed up, so.
Yeah. But great pod, guys.
All right. Well, that's the end of the episode. That's all of our
I
weeks.
have
That's
them
everything
blurry.
going on. Be sure to follow the pod at BMORE Nerdy on all platforms. That includes TikTok, Twitter. Well, soon to not be TikTok, I guess, unless whatever. TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Be sure to follow them on all those platforms. Be sure to follow me, Galaxy Greg, at Mr. Space Waste for the personal, or Galaxy Greg _ for anything with gaming, cosplay, or podcast related content. Diva.
Remember to like stuff, comment. We want to hear from you guys, so comment on your videos, tell us about your Spotify Wrapped. We want to hear from you. And you can follow me at the Diva XOXO on Instagram, and always _the _diva also on Instagram, but that is my personal page. Unless you want to see me talk about how much I love my fiance, just go to the other one.
So I'm probably going to do a name change just because, for simplicity's sake. But for now, you can find my Instagram of HDTV. It's still HD No TV, but regardless of which one you search up, it should pop up. So if you see a HDTV and it says No TV next to it, that's me. I am trying to force people to that page because a lot of people are asking me how was the convention, what I'm doing. I posted the entire time. Every day, but they were not checking my page. So the personal is the honestly _he, which I will do other content stuff on there, but if it's gaming, anime stuff related, I'm going to try and keep it to one page. But for now, we're going to merge them with collaborations until people get traction, and then I can re-separate them.
That being said, we are the Be More Nerdy Podcast, and as per usual, remember to be more nerds. It's a crazy world out there. And with the holidays coming and soon a break.
Make sure you ho ho ho.
Exactly. Happy holidays. Send them Christmas nudies out. But with that, we are the Be More Nerdy Podcast. Remember to be more nerds. Peace.
We care.